What is going on, everyone? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. I'm a little bit flooded. There we go. Hello there. How's everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Not gonna have a chance to say this going forward as a fellow family member of many people in the services. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all those who have served. Shout out to StefanFragrance. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out. Cindy. Joey, this is Cindy. I've been watching Dance Strategy. I'm not getting involved in that, but I appreciate you, Cindy. I definitely have seen the support. Find out who's the because he called. Oh, oh, ooh, really? Can you elaborate a little bit? Do you happen to know maybe what the word started with or anything like that? Please let me know. Definitely, we are all family here. Family is welcome. Rich Mitch, great to see you, bro. Y'all make sure y'all check the channel out. Rich Mitch, what is your sense of the day? We're going to start this off on a positive note. Mine is not some sort of golden shower situation. This is City Rhythm. This is San Diego. This is a really nice citrus ambergris fragrance. I'm going to look to do a review on this in the upcoming week-ish or two. Shout out to Stinky. Great to see you, Stinky. Georgie's from Australia. Melissa. Whoa. Why did this chat just jump like that? Melissa, there you are. Hey, this is definitely the fun zone. Also, y'all make sure y'all check out Melissa Villanueva. Hope you're feeling well, feeling better. Hope you get well soon. Judd, yo, what's going on? Great to see you. It's been a while. Marcy, of course, the pleasure. Y'all make sure y'all check out Marcy. This woman right here has some high quality videos. She deserves to have at least 50,000 subs, if not more, with the quality that she puts out. Shouts out to Chris, the Canadian. Although you'll get a bigger shout out if you send me some of the wings that you're having. CK, great to see you, bro. You thought I fell asleep? No, definitely not. I just see this is an unAVERAGE stream about nothing, and I am here to also do a response video. You know, my unAVERAGE streams about nothing tend to be more of like the wacky, wild situations, almost like what you would find on my bro's channel. I am Joey Cannoli, who is in the woods for the weekend. Shouts out to the woods. He's a man in the woods. Hopefully, though, the music that he releases, actually, I know it will be much better than Justin Timberlake's. And I'm a big JT fan, but yeah, so I had to get these fragrances together just to get them together because I was in a tag video. Shouts out to Tyler if you are watching over at Simply Fragrance Studios. And if you have no idea who he is, I've left it in the description as to exactly who he is. Shout out to CK, great to see you. Cindy. Oh, interesting. Shout outs to Rich Mitch wearing that. Shouts out to my bro Raph. Great to see you. Captain, my captain. I appreciate you. And like I said, I appreciate you too, CK. Am I missing the Rangers game? Maybe just a little bit. You know, I'm never really missing the Rangers game though, because I'm always watching them. Come on, Pelican. What's going on? Great to see you all. Rudy, the PhD of EDP. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out. Scent of the day was Dior Homme Cologne. You're about to spray something smelly. Nice. Let me know what you're about to spray, Rudy. So I'm really not going to waste too much time. We're going to get into this, and then we could kind of do whatever at the point, because that's what an unAVERAGE stream about nothing is about. An Islander fan. Nice, Cap. Well, I mean, if there's nobody else, you know, if the Islanders aren't in, then that's fine. I mean, my family as a whole are Rangers fans. But I guess with the USB or UBS Arena being so close to me now, it only makes sense that we kind of are both, But definitely shouts to the Islanders. Shout out to Brian over at My Two Cents. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out. I hope you're doing well, bro. Great to see you. It was awesome having you on earlier in the week. And we got to do it again sometime. Dan made a public apology on the stream. I heard. Nothing really ever gets by me. Just know that I am the Overwatch. I play Overwatch, but I am the Overwatch. And yeah, it was really interesting to say the least. I appreciate Dan for the apology on my end. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see how Joey feels and what his thoughts are about the situation going forward next week. But quite interesting. Shouts out to Dan, Mr. Smelly. I see he has JJ on there and Marcial. Margie's there. Shouts out to Margie. Amazing person. Let me see who else we got. RXL. Great to see you. 15 sprays of legend. Huh. It's funny. Did you cyber hack into my computer, RXL? Because well, I'll get into that in a second. Forget the Islanders, Rangers, go Leafs. Nah, not here, Chris. Sorry. Be careful, Chris. Exactly. What do you mean be careful, though? Prime. Chris on cue. All right. So I was tagged in a video last week, and this video was brought to you by a good friend of mine. Well, a really good friend of mine. His name is Tyler. He's over at StefanFragrance Studios. Congrats on the 1,000. We're going to do this reaction video, and then, like I said, I'll drop the link. If anyone wants to chime in on this or anything, that's what the unAVERAGE stream about nothing is about. And, oh, boy, shouts to Lewis, by the way. Great to see you. Raph, that was an apology. Well, I mean, Raph, actually, truth be told, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. This was supposed to happen tomorrow, and I was supposed to be with another fellow YouTuber, Dry Down Low Down. Shouts out to Joe and Allie if you are watching. But unfortunately, I got a little busy with my schedule, and more importantly, the weatherman lied to me, or Siri lied to me, telling me it was going to rain all day, and I was a little hesitant on going out too on top of the schedule. But hopefully, fingers crossed that could still happen really soon. Really, really soon. Shouts out to RB. Great to see you, by the way. And he keeps trashing. By the way, I'm drinking Deathwish. Yes, I'm drinking it at 9 o'clock at night, but that's because somebody's got to bring the energy to these live streams. Why not let it be me? Shout outs to Kanger. Great to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Universe, unAVERAGE Universe. Shout outs to UFC. All the above. Couldn't watch. Listen, Rudy, that movie was better than any drama that would have happened today. Anyways, let me just tell you that. And shouts out to Manny. All right. I'm going to go ahead, cue this video out. So this way I could give my list and we could have some fun and get into the rest of the night, Shout outs to everybody, though. I appreciate you all who are here. And so this is a nostalgic video. Nostalgic fragrances.
I'm bringing you a tag video, another tag video I'm starting. So if you want to see what this tag video is all about, be sure to keep it right here.
Great intro, by the way. But I might have to fast forward it. Oh, it ain't letting me fast forward. Oh wow, the young George. Okay, so I'm just not allowed to fast forward now. Shout out to Mike, Scott.
All right, guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. We're doing top 10 videos, seasonal videos, tag videos, interviews, weekly fragrance rotations, everything that encompasses fragrances you can find right here. So if that's fragrances that I was rocking back, elementary school, middle school, high school.
I wasn't
and
rocking
even
any
into,
fragrances in elementary school.
early,
We'll just fast forward
teen
a
or
little
late
bit.
teens and then early 20s. I figured I kind of leave it off there since I just turned 30. I figured, you know what, I'll show some stuff that I was
Dirty
rocking,
30, what
like
up?
my 19, 18, 20, since that's been, 10, 12, years ago. So I'm going to make this tag video. So be sure and stick around to see who I tag.
Shout out to Anuj.
First
Great
up
to
on
see
the
you,
list,
bro.
I don't have a bottle of this. I was stupid. I didn't know. I mean, no one knows, that fragrances are just going to skyrocket in price. But the last bottle I had, I actually gave away.
Oh
to my
snap!
buddy
Really,
Kyle.
Chris?
It is what it is, and I'm kicking myself in the pants for it. Who knows if I'd even still have it? But this stuff, I used to get this at Walmart all day long.
High heels.
Like 19, $20, guys. Now,
Great to see you and Yar if you're watching.
Little picture up here. This stuff is going for $500 on eBay.
So middle school, what was I wearing? I was wearing Axe. That was it. It was the blue one. The red one hadn't even come out yet. Middle school, it was 8th grade. That's where all of my fragrance stuff started. That's where it was for me. Middle school, 8th grade. Axe. Simple enough. As I got into high school, it was the red one, which I can't remember what it's called right now. I think it's Touch. As well as Sean John Millesime Imperial. Millesime Imperial. Sean John Unforgivable, which is basically Millesime Imperial. And then you had actually, I was unAVERAGE. So you ended up having the Lacoste Pour Homme in the green square bottle with the white label and the alligator. That was from like 1980s. Yeah, that was my fragrance. So that's kind of where we're going with that.
I mean, that's like ridiculous. I mean, you can still get it for, $240, $250, places like this. If you are 30
and you see, I
under,
like the video. Y'all make sure
might
y'all check out his
be the
channel
reason
and like
why
the
you're
video
here.
too,
Let's
please.
just be honest. Our
I don't
pops,
need
they
nobody
were
thinking I'm
probably
rebel
with our
streaming.
fathers, our dads. They were probably rocking this hardcore back in
Shout out to
the
Gore
90s,
Guts.
late 80s.
Shout out to Gore
And
Guts.
for good reason. And even up into the early 2000s, because this stuff was a staple, guys. This was
Yeah,
an amazing,
RB.
amazing fragrance. I used to rock
Definitely
this
would love to
all
hear you
the
sing
time
again in
in middle
karaoke.
school, guys. I was slaying them when I was wearing Davidoff
Cool Water classic fragrance.
Now, this has been
no memories
labeled
for
the
me
cheap
though.
man's Great Irish Tweed, and I gotta say there's a lot of similarities.
Kind of fast
Pretty
forwarding
much all throughout my life. I just recently acquired a bottle
because I
not
want
too
y'all
long
to
ago because
watch
I
the
had
video
ran through a
yourself.
bottle and there was just so many other things I was trying to get. But what am I talking about, guys? This literally
Sticky
smells
NYC
like
cab
the 90s
driver.
to
Oh
early
yeah.
2000s. This is Tommy. This stuff, man. It's just clean, musky. It's got this
Creed
unique
Millie
cactus note in
is a
here. It's kind of
bottle
what it's
I've
known for.
actually
And
yeah, I
it's just
finished a
day
bottle
good fragrance,
myself,
guys.
and then I
Even
gave
to
a
this
bottle
day,
to
went through
Chad,
formulations.
or half a
It
bottle.
it
and
lasts. I mean, it's not going to be
I
like
just
a
had
room
another
filler
bottle
by any
again.
means, but it's just this nice, fresh, spicy, citrusy, kind of aquatic-y type vibe to it. Got this woody, musky dry down.
Oh,
And
there
like I
he
said,
is.
It just smells like the 90s.
Hold
early
on, I need to
2000s.
read this.
And I was rocking this.
Sup all, I'm in a taxi in NYC and surprised the driver apparently thinks deodorant. I should have made someone. Yeesh. Well, Joe, I hope you're safe. Hope you're well. Hopefully we can meet up soon. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Dry Down Lowdown. Right there. Dry Down Lowdown. The man has great content. Back to this reaction video.
In elementary, middle school, even sometimes in high school, but Tommy had to make the list.
And shout out to Allie.
So the next fragrance on this list, if this wasn't every high schooler's go-to scent, at least in,
Hmm.
like the early 2000s, late 90s. I don't know what was, guys. This stuff was a beast, like
Mm.
literally a beast. Like the scent trail that you would leave behind you literally went for miles. Like I've got more compliments in school off this fragrance than other fragrances combined. What am I talking about, guys?
I have no
Liz
idea.
Claiborne, this is
Curve.
Curve. Man, this stuff, as you can see, the bottle,
Curve is classic.
it would fill a room. It was subtle. It was sneaky strong, as Ross would say. You didn't quite know that you were pumping out, but
Shout
this
out to
stuff was
Ross.
pumping out, but didn't know it because I
TLTG.
didn't know that Ed Hardy's Love and Luck
Now that
smelled
was
like David
classic.
Wilson Imperial. At least
I'm assuming he's at the college point right now. First of all, Ed Hardy Love and Luck is a classic fragrance, period. Dot. Rip the Mick, Dan My Mickers. That was one of his favorites. That was a true uh Fragcomm staple. So college. I had two I had three fragrances in college, basically. One of them was actually a legend. And this fragrance right here means a lot to me. Went on a lot of dates with this fragrance. Apple tonka, tea, bergamot, musk, vetiver. And this is a fragrance that they don't make it like this anymore, apparently, from what I've heard. And lots of memories shared. Lots of very good times with this. Now, this bottle is made to represent another fragrance. Actually, these next two. That is Polo. Technically, it's supposed to be Polo Blue, even though this is the gold blend, because I don't have blue anymore because it smells like salt and vinegar chips on me at this point. But the Polo Blue, when I got my first job towards the tail end of my end of my college run, basically, it was a girl. Ironically enough, she had blonde hair, kind of like how there's gold right here. Yo, shout out to HB. Great to see you, bro. I appreciate you. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Fragrance Fight Night. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out. Shout out to the Bath Boys. Horn Dog, I appreciate you too. Had like 50 sample vials. Love and Luck. Had them all over my house. Yeah, Love and Luck is classic. Sick of dudes wearing curves, says Marcy. Yeesh. Whoa, a nude. The first Lacoste men's fragrance was simply called Lacoste. Exactly. Classic old school green oak moss vetiver fragrance. I wore it. I loved it. Many women didn't love it on me, so that's why I would have to switch off with the Axe and the Sean John. But I loved it, and that's what matters. Wear what you like. I appreciate you for the 13.99 Canadian Anuj. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to Fight Night. Curve is terrible. Making Sense version. I haven't tried Making Sense version yet. Altered Course, I believe it's called. Y'all make sure y'all check out Mike at Making Sense. The man's making great fragrances. College, I was wearing Bath and Body Works. Yeah, I did, but it wasn't my thing. It was more so like the coconut lime verbena for the women. That was more so my speed. Uh, almost bought it from you. Ooh, but yeah. Oh, shout out to Terry. Great to see Terry in the chat. I appreciate it. Never wore curve. Liz Claiborne for men. Oh, I thought it was saying the men in black. I was like, wait, what? So, yes, college, senior year. Imagine me, a young, basically a waiter of sorts. I was doing birthday parties, and I was real, and this is not me, trying to sound narcissistic here, but I was the best at my job. There's a reason why I got a chance to do Ludacris's daughter's birthday. There's a reason why I met Heinz Ward, Dr. J, Bone Crusher, to say the least. And then there was a female that was there who basically was the female version of me in terms of quality. So, and she looked good. Very attractive woman. Shouts out to you. You're probably not watching at this point, but if you're, still okay, I hope you're okay. Blonde hair, great body to say the least, very attractive. And she said her favorite fragrance was Polo Blue. So, of course, me being in my simp stage, I'll admit it, we all go through it, guys. What did I do? I spent one of my 4 birthday parties had tipped me enough to just buy the fragrance, because essentially birthday parties, you think you're getting tipped 10%. Birthday parties, when you host them, usually run up anywhere from $2 to $3 and $100 and more. So you're getting 10% of that. You do the math. I ended up going directly from my job to the mall that day, got a 1 ounce of Polo Blue. That is a nostalgic fragrance for me, which really kind of started my whole fragrance journey again. And then the other one, which kind of starts to taper in afterwards, after I leave that job and I transition into the hospital, which is what birthed me, if you will, is which I've been through this a bunch. I've said this. Gucci Guilty Pour Homme was the fragrance that in 2012 got me to discover Fragcomm. Shouts out to Al, Street Sense, if you're watching. And it basically ended up being a situation that I thought it sucked. And I knew there was better. And I paid too much for it. I paid retail because I didn't know. And it was 2012. And I discovered Al's channel because of it. So those are basically like the college era of my fragrances. I've never tried the ATH samples. Ooh, looking forward to what you think about that. Shouts out to the cartoon kid. No splash. Simp stage. Captain, listen, we all go through it. I was young. What am I supposed to do? There's a blonde haired, green eyed woman with an amazing body. I can't do anything about that. Polo, though, early 90s. Tim's and Polo, exactly. Marcy knows. I respect that, Al. Shouts out to Al. Channel wouldn't be where it is. Yes, simping causes me to have a weak stomach. Well, listen, at least I'm willing to admit that I had simped back then. Most men now will be like, oh, nah, I ain't, nah. No, I own my simping. All right. Talk for me, Tyler.
At least a little bit. But man, this stuff, ooh, man. So many first dates I went on this with high school. Like, this stuff was absolutely amazing. Bright, fresh, kind of melon, citrusy. Like I said, it does kind of resemble that. And shout out to my boy Dave from Cali's Groom Room. He's also
definitely shouts out to
Chicago's
Dave.
Bulls fan. And in the mid to late 90s, man, everything was just Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. And he even got a couple fragrances. And so in middle school, man, what I was rocking was Michael Jordan cologne.
Wait,
man,
timeline.
This takes me literally right back to like 5th and 6th grade.
Okay. Let's just use this for the point of reference. Post college, now I've had a job for about 9 months. I've established myself, and this is where my fragrance journey really started. Shouts out to Armani Code. It was actually Special Blend. This is Absolute. I know Special Blend is somewhere there, and I didn't feel like getting it. I still have a little bit of that left, and to me, it is the superior Armani Code out of all the codes, although the original code is still nostalgic, but not Special Blend, Code U. What am I talking about? Code U. I gave it the nickname for a reason. Code Ultimate. This is Code Absolute. Armani Code at the end of the day, played a pivotal role in my starting to understand Fragcomm a little bit, realize that stuff other than Polo and Fresh and Clean were a thing, and Sean John. So that was the first fragrance. Second fragrance, which would become my favorite of all time, Chanel Sport Extreme. And it was these two that I realized I love Tonka as much as I do. Of course, this was a different concentration then, but shouts out to Chanel. Then after a year, I decided to treat myself to some niche fragrances. And this is when I started getting into decants. This was my very first technically niche fragrance. And it's because it was already discontinued for 4 years. Japan Noir from Tom Ford. I got this from Jer over at the Fragrance Bros. Shouts out to Eric. Great to see you. Shouts out to Captain Blimp. Masked Man. Y'all make sure y'all check out this man's channel. The man is putting out some awesome content. He reviewed a Donna Karan fragrance earlier. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Shouts out to the Masked Man. Simping in this person is different because you could get laid. Simping online won't get you laid. Very true. But still, you still need to own up to your simpage. Shout out to Nosy Neighbor. Great to see you, bro. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Oh, no, I know, Captain. Actually, you can make fun of me, if you want to. It's fine, make fun of me for being a long Ranger fan. Shouts out to Jer, definitely. But yeah, Japan Noir and Rose 31. Post-college, started working professional. Shortly thereafter, I was able to get this 50 ml of Japan Noir. And this is never leaving my collection. And my final one, which also completed the trinity of my favorite all-time fragrances, is, of course, Killian's Back to Black, which we have kind of been through a little bit. And if you don't know, I used to go to a lot of strip clubs in Atlanta because Atlanta is known for strip clubs and lemon pepper wings, which transitioned to hot lemon pepper wings. And this was a fragrance. And actually, this was another fragrance, 1 million. But this was my niche. This was my strip club fragrance. This was my absolute night out fragrance. Both of these worked amazing. This is not the original bottle that I had. Unfortunately, I lost that in a car accident. But this is still my original bottle of Back to Black from By Killian before they got bought out by Estee Lauder, I believe. This is a tester bottle, though, so it's not like as secure, but it came with the cap. And yeah, Killian Back to Black worked wonders in the strip club in my post mid 20-ish, after college job. Shouts out to Manly. Great to see you. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. And there's no sex in the champagne room. Definitely is a saying. But let's just say rules are made to be broken. So with 12 minutes, let's see if Tyler has anything else to say.
I don't know why I love this stuff so much, but I would get this at Walmart.
Before I give my final fragrance.
It was like, I think 19, 20 bucks, something like that, not too expensive. But I was rocking, so well over 10 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. But I was rocking Versace.
Shout out to the Zaharas right there,
this
by the way.
Man, this just takes me right back to just the first time I moved out, my parents' house.
So I'm going to just do these really quick. The fragrance that after I was reviewing fragrances and everything, and then I kind of stopped. And we know why. My sister, young, needed school, needed dance, needed to go here, there, back, forth. Um, and then one day, they always say to like people who retire, like, do you ever miss it? Like sports players, when you pick up a basketball or a baseball or a football again, do you ever just miss? And I kind of missed the fragrance community in 2018. And granted, this isn't the most amazing fragrance ever. It really is not. And you could find this for significantly cheaper than what I paid for it. You could actually find this for a third of the price now. But I was in a Sephora and I came across this. Now, at the time, Nick Jonas was a lot more important than what he may be now. And not that I got this thinking I could be Nick Jonas, but I liked John Barbados Vintage. It was a staple in my, you know, brief 4-year stint initial run. So to see that he came out with something like this, it's blue. I like the color blue. This is very Yankee blue. I went ahead, paid full retail, and got this. And then I decided to do a review, a comeback review, and that's what started the launch of my channel again. Definitely don't turn on the black light in the champagne room. If a girl or guy has their tongue pierced, they'll probably, yes, absolutely not. And then basically, I kind of did that Zaharoff thing for foreshadowing. But my first Zaharoff that I purchased, because George is an awesome person and he does make great fragrances. Rosé, last year. Now, this is my backup bottle of rosé. My actual bottle is right there, right underneath Hawkeye. As you see, I wear my fragrances. It is there. It's halfway full. I have a backup bottle. This by far is my favorite Zaharoff. This was my first ever Zaharoff purchase. And then as you see, I've went ahead and bought a few more. Just a few. But I have a backup bottle. And those who don't know me those who know me may not know this. That's really what I'm supposed to say or trying to say. But I've went ahead and I've actually bought this as gifts for 3 people so far. So it's not just my favorite fragrance because it's my favorite fragrance, but it's my favorite fragrance I like to give as a gift because it's almost like you're giving them a personal flower that will last forever. I don't believe in giving flowers. I know. Shocker. A man actually doesn't like to give flowers to a woman. But in all seriousness, I'd rather give you something that lasts a lot longer. To me, a flower does not last long or long enough to make it worth the while. Shouts out to George. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Gonna be watching boxing soon. Shouts out to Andrew over at Goblin Parfums. Y'all make sure y'all check his stuff out. He has a few fragrances I need to go ahead and check out. But hey, thank you, Andrew, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And let me know who wins. I'm a big boxing fan. So let me know. What are you saying, Joe, that there's people in this community that show off fragrances but don't actually wear them? Maybe RXL. I mean, allegedly, right? I appreciate you though, George. Thank you for stopping by, driving, doing everything. I'd give another present over flowers, but that doesn't last as long either. Rudy with the comment of the night so far. But yeah, I give rosé as a gift because I really enjoy that fragrance. Now, granted, if I know you don't like rose, then I may give you another Zaharoff. But I actually give the Zaharoffs as a gift, especially the rosé, because it's like a flower, and at least this flower lasts so much longer than a rose. The rose to me goes in like 2 weeks. I will give a woman almost anything else before I give them a flower. If I had the money, I would buy them a car instead of just buying them flowers. I'll cook you a meal. I'll make it much more romantic or much more meaningful. I can't really do flowers. Even my sister, who is a performer, a dancer, after her recitals or her competitions, even graduation just now, I bought her a bear. I didn't buy her flowers. I bought her a T-shirt. Paid $60 for that. But that just goes to show you, I will do that instead of paying the $10 for flowers. Don't crucify me. Please don't. So, there is basically my fragrance nostalgic journey. I
I
think
got my own place, me and a couple other roommates, got my first car, got my first wanted to be, and just the type of man that I was
just
going
want
to
to make
become.
sure that
And I was rocking Versace Man
uh
Fresh, smelling so fresh. So this definitely had to make the list. All right, guys. So we have made it to the last fragrance on the list. Thank you so much for watching this far. I really do
last
appreciate that.
fragrance.
And this last fragrance on the list, man, I wanted to go with something super nostalgic and something super sentimental
Does
to
Rose
me.
come
This
in
is
a
a fragrance
travel
that I
size? I
wore a lot, but
believe it
also my
does.
dad wore
George,
it.
if you
So
are still
I can
listening, can
really
you
remember
please
going
let
in,
us know?
to his.
Does Rose come in a travel size? Please let us know. Celtics play tomorrow against Miami. Yes, it's going to be an important game. Oh, Terry with the classic Moss brushes. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Streaming UFC boxing. How's it going? I had to step away. Yo, great to see you, masked man. Going
Cabinet
well.
where he kept his, aftershaves and stuff like that, and going in there, sticking a couple
All
sprays
right.
on before school. Before
What is it, Tyler?
this one, man, this is probably one of the
Polo.
reasons why a
Oh,
lot of us are
Dracar,
here
of
as well.
course.
This stuff was a
Classic.
just monster
All right.
back in the 80s, 90s.
So there you go. That's the list. Shouts out to Tyler. Shouts out to nostalgia. Back in my day. Uh Definitely shout outs. I'm gonna go ahead. I could type. I type. Copy clipboard. Control V. There we go. Finally. And so there's basically my nostalgia, my list, an average list. You took a little bit of a journey with me for about 26 minutes, you know? Uh Great to see Smokey in the chat. Shouts out to Smokey. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Y'all let me know, like, what are some of the fragrances that you really, I know you were doing it a little bit in the stream. If there's any others, or if you're watching this on replay, Jelly Beans, I already know who this is. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Sorry it's dark. Just going to work. You know,
Hey,
thought I made Popeye say hi. Talk about
hey,
nothing with you a little bit.
sh-
Sorry about the
shouts out,
noise.
shouts out to Popeye and Popeyes. You know,
Yo, Send of the day. Zaharov's business over pleasure. It's
ooh,
kind of hot
okay.
this morning. Fresh
Mm.
out the shower, feeling clean, pristine. Just going
Would
to
you?
work.
What is your like go-to fragrance for like being clean out the shower and everything like that? What would be like the like absolute statement maker? Hey, we got another guest too. While you're saying
Well,
that,
I I always splash 4711 before like
mm.
right immediately after a shower. Splash on 4711
Hey
to kind
Emily,
of get that like a little bit of a that Salt Bay touch of cleanliness.
yeah, Salt Bay. I know
Yeah, I
him.
get
I
that
haven't ate
Salt
at
Bay
his
touch.
restaurant yet. Hell yeah.
What's up? Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, Mass Man? Great to see you,
Chilling,
bro.
chilling. Have you tried the Genate?
Nah, what's that?
It's very similar to something like 4711.
Ooh,
It's like a splash cologne. You just throw
okay.
it on and very refreshing, powdery.
Where would somebody get this at?
pretty much. I used to buy that like in the drugstores. So if you would go to like a drugstore, they would have it. I'm pretty sure they still carry it like in your Walgreens or CVS. So you can still find it out there. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. Thanks for
yeah, it's a classic, Genate. So I call it Genate, but it's Jean, not Nate. It's like Jean Nate. But people pronounce it, yeah, there you go, Jean Nate. Exactly. That's exactly it. Genate.
Yes. Shouts out to Emily over at Shelter and Perfume. She makes some great fragrances. Sancho de Vetiver's and Extra are two of my favorites. Sancho de Vetiver is like a little bit of a aromatic cannabis type of fresh green fragrance, and then Extra is like that spicy cinnamon, like whirlwind of a fragrance. Some good stuff.
Which one is that?
Extra is like spicy. And a little bit of incense and everything, like it's a twister, or you're in a twister of like spice and just everything warm, you know what I mean, for like the fall time. And Sancho de Vetiver is like a slight cannabis. She uses Blue Dream in it with like vetivers and green, earthy, a little bit of citrus up top. It's definitely some good stuff.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, she definitely knows her stuff. Shelter and Perfumes, great person, and she's been by the channel a few times. Great, just personality and everything. Really cool. Really.
So
cool
I kind of like my nostalgic. People are gonna laugh in the chat, but that's that right there.
Hey, let me see that right quick.
The Brute. Splash on. It's great. I mean, this is what I kind of grew up on. So when I used to go on vacations as a kid, this is what I used to kind of rock. And I mean, it brings back a lot of memories. I could tell you that. This is kind of before I even knew what like fragrance was. It was just something I used to rock. It's beautiful though. That lavender, definitely barbershop for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that is a classic fragrance. It's funny because it's like most men's first fragrances usually is some sort of barbershop type of thing, especially if it's like connotation to a male figure that is older than them that they kind of looked up to when they were younger.
Exactly. Like there's other fragrances like that. There's this other fragrance called Baron Dandy or Baron Dandy. And that's a very old school fragrance that is kind of boozy, has those quote unquote spicy vibes, cinnamon and all that. Definitely an older dude would rock that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, like,
we polite on this side. We don't cut each other off. Come on.
Oh yeah, man. Exactly. I mean, we're calm and everything. This is just a cool time. Like, you know, ain't no drama. I mean, there'll be drama, but there ain't like
it's
super
drama-free zone. You know?
Exactly. You know,
drama-free and sucker-free.
Yo, let me know, man. Who's starting drama, man? Let me know.
Oh, nobody here. That's not tonight. Shouts out to Ron. Great to see you, bro.
That's on the other side. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The other side of the tracks. But Francesco Small Toe used to be worn by my uncle, and that's a really good fragrance. That's like an oak moss vetiver green fragrance too. Classic.
That's correct. Manly Scent says something that the Baron Dandy is kind of like the Old Spice in Spain. But that fragrance goes back to 1927 about. So it's old school.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do you lean more towards the old school style, or do you lean towards a little bit of what now how do you kind of rock, you know, like
I still like challenging fragrances, but at the same time I don't want to smell like a coffin or something like that. But because the thing about it is, like, you might like it, but that doesn't mean like your spouse is gonna like it or other people around you are gonna like it. So you got to strike that balance in a way, you know.
Right. Nah, absolutely. I mean, definitely have a little bit of balance, a little bit of fresh, a little bit of spice, a little bit of everything in between. But
But one
Balance
of
is
my
good. I agree. I agree. Balance is good. But you know, sometimes you just gotta have that signature, man.
mhm.
Something that defines who you are. Like people would know you by that.
Okay.
Like, let's say you walk into a building
Mm.
and then people will be like, "Yo, is such and such just come up?" Because I smell them. Like people smell you in the building. You gotta have that one. And I trust that that's yours, Fahrenheit.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly mine. You know, like this is synonymous for me, Fahrenheit, right here,
Okay.
You
and
let them know.
it's just one of those fragrances that so many good memories. And the thing is, I really don't care about the formulation or anything like that. It's just one of those fragrances that I
Right.
know I feel super confident when I wear it. And a lot of people that I've talked to about Fahrenheit, they tell me that they don't feel like confident wearing it, which kind of surprises me in a way, but I could understand. It's a very rugged fragrance in a way. Um, but at the same time, I find it very seductive and also just sweet, the sweetness
Mhm.
to it.
Mhm.
I love it.
It's
Mm.
definitely one of those fragrances that if you don't wear it, it's gonna wear you. So
That's
you
what
have
I
to
keep
bring it
on hearing.
because yeah, man,
Right.
you have to bring it. You have to act out the scent.
I keep on hearing that, Jad. The same thing. People always say the same thing
Right.
about this fragrance. Like it could wear you, but
Right.
I mean, I got a funny story.
Yeah.
Hopefully my wife won't. Um, you know, wait, how can yeah, hopefully my wife won't see the replay. But basically, this does it. That's all I can say. Let me just leave it at that. It does what it
Hey.
does.
I'll go ahead and save you right quick because I ended up getting a question. So, Joe, what do you think of Percival? It kind of reminds you of Chanel Sport Extreme. I kind of get a little bit more like the Abercrombie Fitch Fierce vibe or like Mont Blanc Legend type of vibe, but I could see that because there is like a Tonka creaminess to it. I love Percival. I just I kind of wish it was a little bit cheaper. The ParfumsdeMarly's as a whole. I love Gold Dolphin. I love Percival more than Gold Dolphin. Percival is my favorite. And Herod. Those are like my three. I don't like Cologne. It reminds me a little bit too much of that Habit Rouge. Or Giris Rouge. I can't remember which one it is, but the
Yeah, I'm
one
not a
that's
big
like the
fan of
red label.
cologne. I agree with you there, man. I'm not a big fan of cologne.
Mm. But yeah, nah. How about y'all? Have y'all tried Percival or any other PDMs or what y'all think about any of them? Mass Man
Well, I
or
smell
Jad? Mm.
I smelled the kind of the entire collection apart from a few of the clear bottles and the blue one,
Mhm.
the blue clear bottle and the green clear bottle.
Okay,
But
Sedley and
that's about
Greenlee,
it.
I believe are the
Yeah,
names of them now.
that's
Okay.
about it, man. I smelled most of them in the niche boutique. They're all nice. The Dolphin was my favorite. I had Leighton the first formulation, but I just gave those away, man. I can't wear them anymore. But yeah, I can't
Mm.
hate them. They do their thing. They have their audience, and they definitely served a purpose in my collection at one point. But I have moved on.
Mm.
I think that Percival and the Leighton, those are like maybe the two most, I would say, um, crowd pleasing of the bunch. I would
Mhm.
probably add the Galloway in there as well.
Yeah.
Very
Galloway
easy scent.
picked. Mhm.
But the other ones, you could tell that even though they are crowd pleasing, like except
Right.
for the cologne, um, there's something about them that is definitely niche in quality.
Mhm.
At all of them, but I would say Percival and Leighton Exclusive. Those are the
Mm.
most, I would say, almost mainstream out of the
Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah, nah, definitely Those are definitely the most mainstream out of them. It'll be interesting, like where do they go from here? What fragrance do they release? Because they kind of already have a little bit of everything. I like the Lena exclusive on women. Yes, Emily, absolutely. Cologne is good. I just don't like it. You know, it's the same thing like Terre de Hermes. I could respect Terre de Hermes. It's a good fragrance, but you know, it's not gonna work for me. It's not gonna be something I could, you know, lean towards or something, you know.
It's kind of funny because I'm almost like the opposite then of you and taste, because Terre de Hermes is something that I would definitely rock, but it's like I would abuse that fragrance, like boom, 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 boom. Like overuse it, you know.
It comes off too dirty on me. That's the problem. Like you know, when you just wear a fragrance sometimes and it's like, nah, this ain't the one for me. It's not gonna work like skin chemistry wise. It's not that I hate it, but the way it comes off on me, I don't like it. So then I can't. It's like I respect you too much. I'm just gonna leave you over there. I'm not gonna try to, you know.
I'm in joining this camp. I don't like vetiver. It just, well, not all vetiver, but the type that makes you feel like you haven't showered. You know, I'm definitely not wanting to smell like I haven't showered.
So gotcha. I guess you don't like the Anca Noir, L'Extreme or Anca Noir series?
No, I smelled the sport one. It came.
I love sport.
I had a sample from a fragrance purchase, and yo, it almost gave me a headache. I couldn't spray it, man. I can't rock with it, man. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like it. Respect to them. It didn't work for me.
Okay.
Why? I got another nostalgic fragrance. This one is another one that I kind of grew up on, and I think a lot of people also have, and that is the blue jeans.
Blue jeans? Nice. Yes, that is definitely a nostalgic one. I loved blue jeans. Just
it still hits. It still hits.
I need to get another bottle.
There's something still about this that is there's a sweetness to it, kind of like that that Yope, but this is different than Yope. This is classy. Definitely something that you could wear to the clubs, or if you partake in clubs and things like that, pubs, whatever.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Nah, that was definitely like a club banger.
I would say
it is, especially in the world of like people still wearing 1 millions and you know all these like super sweet what was it, Spice Bomb infrareds and all that. You know, they definitely still a relevant fragrance. Absolutely. How do you feel about Bond number 9? Because I like Bond number 9, but I like them when they weren't discontinuing all their good. Like they got rid of the Andy Warhols. And I get it, that was licensing. They got rid of Bleecker Street and you know reformulated New Harlem, then pulled New Harlem to bring it back. Like they got rid of like all the good ones. And so that's kind of like and also too, they've been around since 2012. So it's like is them and Creed, you know, those were like what Fragcomm first got into when they stopped reviewing designers. So I think it's just past its time. And if you're gonna get rid of all your favorites, then why even bother, you know? How do y'all feel about Bond though? Anything?
Never got into it, man. I smelled a couple. It was Centipedes. I smelled, I think it was Bleecker Street. And there was one that was black and it had gold on it. I don't know the name. I didn't vibe with them. Even when I was like a beginner, it's just I don't know. I didn't vibe with them. On that note, man, I'm gonna go into a tunnel, so my connection will be cut out. Have a good stream, everybody. I'm going off to work. Peace out. Let's make some money, baby.
All right.
Hey.
Peace.
Hey, later.
Yeah, Bond number 9, man. I don't knock it at all. I think that definitely it's one of those brands that the actual fragrances hold their value. So there's a lot of fragrances out there. You buy them, and if you try to resell them, you're not gonna make nothing on them. But Bond Number 9, they do hold their value. So you gotta respect that. The bottles, although they're a little bit, some people might call it tacky, but I kind of like them. They're all right. They're different, right? Different.
Absolutely. Different star shape. I mean, they may be a little like take up a little bit of space if you get like 4 or 5 of them, especially the bigger bottles. Then it's like, oh man, where am I gonna put these? Because it's not like they stack. Some bottles stack on top of each other and everything. It'll be kind of crazy, but
but I mean, if you got the bread for it,
hey, definitely,
salute.
Definitely, nah, absolutely. There was a friend of mine, let's just say, she wore a Bond Number 9 Madison, the one with the hot pink bottle with the green flower, and then it has the necklace. If you get the 100 ml, that was her like signature scent up until about a year ago. And
but
now
the ladies of Fragcomm, they rave about the Chinatown. I have yet to smell it, but I hear so much about Chinatown. It's something that people always talking about.
Nah, Chinatown was a good one too. Chinatown was definitely.
You smelled it? Or?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately I never smelled it like on a woman. It was like, let me smell that, and then it was like, oh, okay, this is good. I would like this on a woman, and actually, it was then with the whole Madison Ave thing, and she went Madison Ave, and that was it. After that, I wasn't really into like trying to buy everyone Bond Number 9s or anything. So later, Jad. Yeah. So Mass Man, what walk me down a little bit more, because this is really, you came on last time and you were at a party, which by the way I'm still jealous of, because that party looked lit. But
thank you. It was good. It was a nice spot.
Hell yeah. But I want to give people like you just do, you have a channel and everything. So do you have any other like nostalgic fragrances?
I'm coming on for you. If people want to check me out, they could put Masked Man Reviews and find me. So it's about you, Joe.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'd look to just share the platform with everyone. It's like I eat, we all eat. You on my stream, I'm gonna feature you in it. Like, yeah, okay, it's my show, but it ain't about to be like the Joe show per se. Like, it's like all of us.
Well, it is though. It's the unaverage show. That's true. What are we talking about?
That's true. I mean, it's right there in the title. It's my unaverage thoughts. So valid point. About to head out, put some Dior Homme original on and catch the replay. Hey, Lewis, I appreciate it. Have a good night, bro. Wherever you're gonna be safe, and you're gonna smell awesome. Shouts out to Robroy in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out.
Robroy.
But yeah, no, it's just been kind of crazy going down this nostalgic trip, I
got a lot more, man. I'll show you this one.
Yeah, sure.
Quorum Aqua.
Ooh, damn! I haven't heard of that brand in a minute.
Yeah, Quorum Aqua. So if you like Polo Sport, this is what Polo Sport kind of took their idea from.
Okay.
And the formulation, it still holds its own. So that Polo Sport DNA was groundbreaking. I used to rock the heck out of that.
Hey.
Wow.
Polo Sport was that. See, I chose blue over sport because, of course, cute girl, blonde hair, coworker. She was like, I like Polo blue, and I was like,
but the thing is, the blue came out a little bit later. So like the Polo Sport, that's like a 90, 94.
Yeah.
I was just starting college back then, so I'm not that young. I may look young, but I'm an old dude, man.
Man, I thought you were 20.
Anyway, a lot of people say that it's not about your age, it's how you feel, right? So
exactly. As long as you feel like you're 21, then you're 21, and you know what I mean. Then you'll be 21.
That Polo Sport DNA was so incredible, man. it took like that barbershop DNA and just made it into that time frame, and it's just lovely. You could rock it to, you could play sports with it. You can do whatever you want with it.
Right.
It's just a beautiful DNA.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely undefeated. Is anyone else old enough to remember Colors D? I've seen the name. I never smelled
Okay,
it.
yeah. Benetton. I remember Benetton. You remember them? Or?
I've seen the name. Like I've seen the bottle. I can't remember where, but I literally just like.
So I remember Benetton as like a clothing company, which I think they still are around. And basically, it was like very preppy clothing, very preppy gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chill
Yep,
Jim.
Nah, I ain't doing nothing like that. That's crazy.
Nah, that's crazy. Shouts out to Adam D, by the way. But did you ever smell it, or you just remember them for the clothes? Benetton.
I smelled some of their perfume, but I remember them more for the clothing. It was, very contemporary clothing, kind of like what you would wear to play tennis or something like that. I think, and then the slogan was the United Colors of Benetton.
Gotcha.
That was the slogan.
Oh, we got a few people here. You got HB in here that remembers it. You got Anuj. I see you, Robroy. Give me 1 second. Then you got Raph. And now we got Robroy in the chat. Great to see you, bro. Hope you're good.
I just have to make sure the audio is routed.
I hear you.
You're good. You're coming through loud and clear.
Yeah, you good. Benetton was a colorful with provocative ads.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I remember them. United Colors of Benetton.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What's going on, Robroy? How are you doing?
Pretty good, Joe. I heard you were reminiscing about fragrances.
Yeah, nostalgic fragrances. I got tagged in this video by Tyler, and he just hit 1,000. I mean, I would have done it even if he just hit 2 subscribers, but he hit 1,000, and I was like, let me shine a little bit of light on him, and also thank you for the tag, Tyler. So kind of doing this nostalgic video and kind of seeing where the rest of the night goes, because Joey's not streaming tonight. Joey's MIA of sorts, in a good way, but he's just MIA. And then it was like, hey, the Cannoli Mafia needs to still represent on this night shift. So figured out
share the burden, so to say.
Exactly, and spend some time with the family. So what about you? Any nostalgic fragrances that walk you down memory lane that you...
So it's so funny you guys were talking about Polo Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still have my original bottle. I have a 4.2 ounce. And I probably went through like half of it.
Nice.
And then the next Polo, let me grab it really quick.
Shouts out to Arby. Arby's legit.
So the next Polo I think that I got, it was the green or something, but I ended up picking up this on clearance at Macy's. And it is the Polo Deep Blue Parfum.
Oh, the Deep Blue. Yeah. From that was a nice one. Much lighter.
Very unique, very light, much lighter. The way I describe this one is if the Polo Blue was for more of a mature man, like maybe in his 30s and up, because of that suede and everything else in there. It was very country clubbish. But this brought it down more into like the high school market, that younger vibe, much younger vibe. But the nice thing about this is when it transforms like 2 to 3 hours down the road, it all that what's the word I'm looking for? The freshness kind of dies down, and then you get more of the leathery powdery notes.
Got you.
How long
Hey.
does it take to dry down?
Oh, just like an hour, maybe
Okay.
2, depending on the humidity.
Okay. Oh yeah. Was that the Pomeranian?
That is the Pomeranian. She's barking at something she hears outside.
Does she not like Polo Blue, Deep Blue? Is that what the problem is? It's like, actually, I got
Might
something
be
to
why
say
they
right now.
discontinued it.
Hell yeah. It's your birthday. No fragrance. Haven't tried Deep Blue. Picked up a bottle of Ultra Blue. Hey. Also, happy birthday, Jim. And Alex, if you're listening, happy birthday to you too. Or if you're watching this on the playback, happy birthday to Alex. Every day is Alex's birthday at the Perfume Temple.
So what's I don't follow astrology, but what's this month? Is this Taurus or?
I think
Shout out to the Taurus.
I think it's still Taurus, or I think it's entering Gemini. I think
Shout
it
out
might
to
be
the
Gemini.
Geminis, man.
I do think it's a Gemini season officially.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man, you guys are so young. I feel my age when you talk about polo flankers. Yeah, man. Polo's been around for a long time.
You know what is a really good polo? I'm not sure if you tried it. The Safari.
Yes.
That was nice.
Safari was a good one too. Romance is the one that I want to get. But Safari was a good one.
Yeah.
Safari was
well, I'm not sure like if you guys know what a low head is or a low life. Those are people that are like heavily into polo, and this is like almost all
okay,
I
yeah,
wear is
polo down, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to be that way. I mean, fitting enough, I got the t-shirt right now, but I used to be complete.
We both rocking polo, actually.
Hey, exactly, you know. But I had the hat, I had the boots with the jeans, I had polo sneakers. Ugh. I mean but
it was too much.
Yeah.
It was. I get it. Like I've dialed it back quite a bit too. So I
But that identity helped you out, you know, survive in those times, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially talking about nostalgic times. I mean, I grew up on the east side of Atlanta in my 20s, post college, and so that was very urban, very that was when the whole snap music was a thing, the lean with it, rock with it, the Laffy Taffies, you know, and everybody was wearing polo, everything. There were songs about it, you know, T.I. and Young Dro, and being like shoulder lean, and with your polo, you got the polo jacket with the polo actual Ralph Lauren polo, and then the hat. Yeah, it was definitely an identity time for sure. Shouts out to Jake.
And when I was growing up, they had these polo jackets. It was like a ski jacket, and all it was something kind of silly. It was gimmicky. It had someone skiing on the back of the jacket, and people were actually getting killed for that jacket. Crazy, insane.
Lady Jim, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Also, if y'all haven't done it yet, I don't know what we are. Oh, yeah. Can y'all do me a favor and like this stream if you haven't yet, please? Because we're at like 18 likes. And at one point, I know I had like 36 people in here. So, yeah, y'all make sure that y'all like the stream for me.
Even if you're watching it on the replay and you forgot to hit the like button, make sure you hit it. You know,
absolutely, absolutely. It does. It does, you know, and I've noticed that a lot, especially for my bro Joey Cannoli. Like, he's demonetized, so technically YouTube's not pushing his channel yet, because he's been getting so many views and so many likes, especially on the likes. Like people have been discovering his channel all of a sudden. Like yesterday, he had this one random vlog channel get recommended to him and come through his chat. Also, shouts out to Jacob. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker, man. If you had the polo leather jacket, you had something. Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days. I mean, I don't miss any. Nostalgia to me is just something that happened. It's like a point in time. Like there's good things that happen, and there's also bad things that you could be nostalgic about.
Exactly.
So yeah, I live in the present, but I do have fond memories of things that I've done in the past. Present is always better than the past, no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that.
Always better to move forward and look ahead than always look back and wonder what if or any of that. I mean, also too, because that starts to mess with your head. You know, it's always like, oh, what if, or like, you know, maybe it triggers another sad incident, a more sad incident, and then now you're just messed up for the rest of the night or a week or a month, and it's just not healthy. I mean, yes, it is good to almost revisit, but don't constantly look back. You know, that's kind of I agree with a lot of what you're saying right now, bro.
What do you think about that, Robroy?
Well, have you seen Top Gun Maverick yet?
No, not yet.
No.
So nostalgia can
Wait,
be helpful.
before you start, are there any spoilers? Before you...
Yeah. Oh, no. I would never do that.
Yeah.
Nostalgia can either help you remember good times to get you back into that state, or you can get stuck in the past and then you're like always wanting to go to the past instead of embracing the present.
So you like to embrace the present and then think about the past, right? I guess we all agree on that, right?
Yeah. I mean, no better time than now.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely no time.
You know, and I'll say this: this is the best beer I've had up to.
Ooh, Voodoo Ranger. I've had that once, and it was so good. I like IPAs, so I'm a big IPA guy, especially because it's so strong. It's one of the like few beers that could actually get me buzzed after like 1 to 2.
So, Robroy, I would love to see. I'm not sure if you remember this movie. It's called Hot Shots.
Oh yeah,
so, they could remake that. That would be good. And,
wasn't that a parody of Rambo?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thankfully, they haven't tried to reboot Rambo, because I feel like, shoot, Stallone's the only one that could have done it. I mean, I don't see a modern Italian stallion these days other than Mr. Joey Cannoli.
They did reboot Rambo a couple of years ago, though, right?
With who, though?
With him.
I thought that was like
Rambos, like 20.
I thought that was kind of like a John McClane, what is it, Die Hard 6, where they retcon the whole series to where now it's his son is in trouble.
Yeah.
The Pop has to come in and save his son.
But so without giving anything away, the Top Gun is nostalgia in a good way.
Oh yeah. So they had an early screening for San Diego County, because it was premiered at the Midway down here. And so I went on the 24th at 7 p.m. and the whole thing was packed. And let's say it almost reminded me of like a sold out Rocky Horror Picture Show, where people were like clapping during parts, like cheering during parts. Like, it's nostalgia in the way that we used to be great and we lost that along the way, and we can still be great. We just need to know how to get there and realize that we can do it.
It looks like I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Right? It's a good ride. I mean,
I all of a sudden got plans for tomorrow. I'm gonna watch that movie.
there you go. There you go. Yeah. No, it was a good one. So, yeah, that's fragrances and movies, man.
Yeah,
The two go hand in hand.
they definitely do. I mean, there's different types of movies. You know, you have your classicals, your moderns, your old school noir, all different genres, rom coms, horror, everything in between, and you kind of get that with fragrance. I mean, you
Hmm.
know, like some would maybe classify Japan Noir. Well, where's the actual bot? Oh, here it is. Japan Noir as like a horror movie just because it's leather, it's jasmine, it's intense, it's in your face. But it would be more like a Stephen King, like it's still very smooth. It's not like a choppy horror movie where it's like, you come out laughing at the characters, like you actually still end up being a little scared. Or like something soft and romantic like Armani Codes. So yeah, absolutely agree with that.
So what's one fragrance you would pair with the movie The Shining?
The Shining.
Yeah.
That's easy. That would be Prada Amber Prom Intense.
Ooh, dang. Come play with us, Danny.
Hmm. Hell yeah. I used to study film. That was what I first got into when I first started going to college. My first college before I switched over to business, it was film, and I was doing music videos and just shooting a whole bunch of stuff, and it it kind of ruined movies for me. I'm not gonna lie, it sucked. 10 out of 10. I would not recommend you go to if you liked movies in high
Yeah.
school and growing up. Don't study film. Do not do it.
So now are you able to like enjoy movies just to enjoy them, or do you still have like that analytical, critical film mind student?
I barely watch movies now because I break them down. If I
Ah,
hear the music, like especially horror movies, if I hear the music or I see like a camera angle switch to a certain way, I'm like, this thing about to come out from like right there because it's like I know how they set the camera angles up, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay, they're setting up this for that. Or I hear the foreshadowing music or sound, and I'm like, they're about to die or something like that. It
So
just
have you
ruins
watched
it.
anything from Jordan Peele recently though?
The last thing that I saw was what was it? Us?
Okay.
Uh, the Us, the one with that had I got five on it. The horror I got five on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
haven't seen that one, but I heard it's pretty good. That's the latest one, I think.
what I think. Well, one of his more recent. It came out like maybe 2019, 18, 19, somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I think that was the one with Lupita, Lupita from Black Panther.
Lupita Nyong'o. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. So I like Jordan. I like him as a director.
yeah.
He just it's like he's good and then he tries to become like almost outpsych himself toward as he's doing the movie and the movies, and then it becomes a little warped. I'm like it's almost like when if it's a basketball game, you make your first like 3 to 4 jump shots. Now you think you could start shooting the ball from half court and making it, and it's like no, like relax. You know what I'm saying? Like dial it back in. So that's kind of how I feel.
Ah, okay.
Like that's how I see him. Like I like his movie, and then he'll like do something in the middle of the movie, be like, "Oh, this is a great script. Let me do this now." And it's like, "Whoa, wait, like
Mm,
you're a little too out there now. Like dial it
yeah.
back." And then he dials it back. Uh, yes, Stinky, definitely go back and watch that. What's going on? Marcel telling Dan how good. Oh, shouts out to Marcial. Uh, so yeah, True Font. Did I study True Font? I did not get that far ahead. I literally was in my second year, Eric. Um, but yeah, nostalgia. I mean, lots of nostalgia. Robroy, any other like nostalgic fragrances? Like, what was another fragrance that maybe like
Have you guys gotten into any of the foreign films or like?
foreign films? Used to, not so much these days. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna act like it. What about you?
Yeah, I have. I've kind of dabbled in them. They're pretty. Like if you're watching movies and you're kind of predicting what's going to happen, just kind of based off of things that you've seen or your knowledge. In foreign movies, they kind of play out the story a lot different. But there's this series that I've been watching, which I really really enjoy. It's a horror series. It's called 30 Coins.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking phenomenal.
Okay. Gonna have to check that one
Name
out. 30 coins or dirty coin? Like
30, 30.
okay, 30.
So
Gotcha.
the premise of the show is basically Judas was given 30 coins to betray Jesus, and those coins are still circulating in the world today. If you are the owner of the 30 coins, you possess the power of the enemy, which is the devil.
Damn. Okay, that's deep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Familiar.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. That one definitely is an interesting one. Is it where would it be found? Like Netflix, or do I have to search the internet?
It's a HBO series, but it's kind of like HBO. Um, I'm not sure. It's like it's an
Gotcha.
HBO series for sure, though. But
I'm gonna look into that.
yeah,
See if it's on. Either,
I'll send you the link.
hey, bet. Yeah, it may be under HBO Max or maybe under HBO Hulu, possibly. So
It's definitely an HBO Max because I've seen it on HBO Max as well.
okay, well that works. I need to get it anyways because I still need to see Batman. I haven't seen Batman yet.
Me either. Like I'm not up on the new movies. I mean,
Mhm.
I need to start watching stuff.
Yeah, the last one I saw was Spider-Man, the newest one that came out back in December. So, and I just saw that in March when it
I saw that
made
too.
it. Good movie, good movie.
That was nice. Yeah. So you enjoyed that?
Yeah, no, I like, and not only that, but Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So, like Spider-Man or Wolverine specifically, but Spider-Man, I have a little bit more nostalgia. The word of the day is nostalgia. I have a little bit more nostalgic memories with it. Uh RXL is asking me a quick question. Let me go ahead and so Chrome Legend, the story behind this is that this was my college fragrance, and there was a woman who was my girlfriend, and she really enjoyed this. She really, really, really enjoyed this. And I don't want to say I'm an idiot because I really, people change, people happen, life happens. But because of that, I kind of put this to the side for a very long time. And, but after re-wearing it again, thanks to Joey during the 30-hour stream, I grew to appreciate it. But lots of good memories. Very good memories. So this is one of my favorites, RXL.
Nice.
Shout out to Stinky. Judas gave money back, then the money was used to buy.
That's kind of true too. It's like a half true. Think he's talking about.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man. Jeez.
So what's a good nostalgic movie that you think about or you resonate with, Rob and Joe?
Oh, Do you watch Joey's streams at all?
I partake sometimes. Yeah, I know.
So I think it was 2 Wednesdays ago. He went a bonus round, and I wasn't expecting a bonus round. And I was pretty much like, oh shit. So I did the theme song to my favorite movie of all time, Mel Blanc's Spaceballs.
Okay.
Yes.
That
you did.
movie, every time I watch it, I'm like, I remember why I loved it, why it makes me still laugh to this day.
What was the song you did?
I did the Spaceballs theme song by the Spinners.
Okay.
It was great. Because I mean, it was so funny. Like it was so fitting of the family. Like we're all Spaceballs.
Yeah.
But I like that it's like, you know, everyone has that trope of, you know, if you ask like most people about their most nostalgic, like a lot of people say like the Princess Bride, and I've watched the Princess Bride, and I'm like, Carrie Hughes just doesn't do it for me. Bill Pullman, Daphne Zuniga, hell yeah, that's more my style. So like everybody finds their nostalgic film, and that's Spaceballs is that for me because it's action, it's comedy, it's drama, it's sci-fi, it's like everything melded into one, and it's got a great cast. I mean, John Candy, Mel Brooks himself. I mean, all the supporting cast. Great film. I highly recommend.
And you know what's really dope about that movie, and pretty much anything that's a parody, is like you take something like Star Wars, where people are just going bonkers for it, and you got all these Star Wars fans and all this stuff, and then you make fun of it. It's like that's golden. That's perfect.
Yep.
The parody is excellent. I think that's what makes people love it even more. It's the parody of it.
Yeah. And I feel like they were back in the mid 80s, they were able to do a lot more with comedy than they are in the current climate. Like Rick Moranis' character, Darth Helmet, you can clearly make out that his tie is girthy and he's got 2 balls by it. So it's a dick and balls joke. So it's like on his uniform, and you're like, they got away with that?
Right.
It was a different time, and the thing is, like, you know, like right now, you make a movie, you can't make a movie like that now. You just can't. People will just be so offended by it. And
no, if you try, you get a movie called Senior Year, and it goes direct to Netflix.
God, don't get me started.
You guys saw that? I've never seen that, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It just released last week. It's a Netflix movie with Rebel Wilson. She used to be really big in like the Pitch Perfect movies, the really big blonde girl that got into comedy.
I know who she is, but I just never seen that. I never heard of that movie.
Yeah, nah, it was a straight to Netflix movie, and it's frustrating to say the least.
Who hurt you, Joe? Who hurt you?
The creators of Senior Year, and unfortunately my friends that were in the movie.
Oh no. Oh no.
So not only do you hate the movie, but you have to sit through your friends and bad acting.
Yes. I mean, they were dancers, but still, yes, just the association of it. And then it's like, oh, did you see me? And it's like, that Trill? You good, Robroy?
Chucky's Bride. I was thinking about that movie, and that was a pretty funny movie.
Robroy.
hop off and come back on. Your audio.
Yeah,
up.
hop off and come back on, Robroy. How is it that I muted him and it still was going on?
That was
that's
kind of weird. It sounded like a drone was in his living room. Like,
man, y'all over here talking about Trill Noel and his fragrances and everything. I thought Robroy started the Mongolian throat singing too, because that's kind of how it sounds like in that pitch. So I thought like I thought Robroy was trying to like sing real
Rob,
quick.
hop back on, Rob.
Yeah, come back.
Come back.
Rob. Oh, yeah, exactly, Rudy. That's why I was like, wait, Rob Boy's been possessed by the machine.
He went inside the computer, literally.
Oh man, even Arby's tuning him up. I knew it. You should prove you're human. It did sound spooky. He's a drone. He's never coming back. A ex machina.
So a good segue is, I forgot the name of the movie, but there was this weird movie. It was a whole horror movie where this dude, he got electrocuted. He was a killer or something. He was electrocuted, and then basically he went through the electricity, like his spirit, and he would kill people with the electricity. It was some fucking weird concept.
Oh snap! Damn. What was that, like a 90s or?
It was maybe 80s.
Okay.
This dude, he was a killer. He got killed, right? By he died on the electric chair, but his soul went in. It's a weird concept. His soul went inside the electricity, and basically he started hunting down people and just killing them. Just even after he was dead, he came back to kill people. Very weird.
Jeez.
I guess the premise, if you think about it, it's kind of like Freddy Krueger when he would kill you in his dreams, but this guy, he would be alive and he would kill you while you're watching TV. He would take possession of your television and then
got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that. I'd look into that. I would. At this point, I've just stopped watching movies to like actually enjoy them. I mean, I do it to enjoy them, but I know like at the end of the day, that critical thinking side of me is never going to be turned off. So I make sure I have my Sour Patch Kids, and just enough of it to like take all my thoughts and everything else away from the movie at this point. But I want to get more into horror a little bit. They took him back to the mothership. Jeez. You
Was
okay?
it that bad?
Yeah.
Something with the audio routing on the MacBook. Yeah.
You're good now, though. That's what counts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good now. I was worried about you. I wasn't sure what was going on. At first, I thought you like hit like some meditation music or something. Then I thought you were trying to Mongolian throat sing, and then it was still going on. And then it was like, oh wait, no, this is
Oh boy. No.
Stargate with
No, we're good.
Oh, the movie is called Shocker.
Shocker. Okay.
Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street director Wes Craven was at the helm of this little underrated horror flick about a resurrected psycho killer. After a killing spree in LA, a television repairman with a prominent limp named Horace, whatever his name is, became the chief suspect. When the lead detective gets too close, blah blah blah, and that's pretty much the premise. And then this pretty much the electrocution scene is one of the best scenes out of that movie. Pretty interesting.
Hell yeah. Damn. Shocker. All right,
Shocker. Yeah.
Let me write that down so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
Shocker. Hey, it's a shocking story right there.
It
Oh my
is.
god, that was such a bad joke. That was such
You
a bad
know, another movie that I guess kind of resonated with me, but
joke.
it was one of the most cheesiest movies ever, is Gremlins. And it was because you watch Gremlins?
Yes.
So it was a very cheesy movie, I must say. But you know, the premise of this cute little gremlin turning evil was kind of what got me on the film and kept me captivated by it. And then those Magwas, you know, you got to watch out for them.
Yeah, you do. You definitely do. You know.
Don't feed them after midnight if you have them.
Do not feed them. Definitely don't.
I just want to, I think Key and Peele did a great representation of what was going on in the movie's executives' minds when they did Gremlins 2, The New Batch.
Okay, yeah. Did it how did it match up?
It was basically like they all did massive amounts of cocaine or acid. They're like, ooh, an electrical gremlin? Yeah, let's get that in a movie. How about one that dresses up as a woman? Oh, yes, we need that as well. Oh, what about a funny one that sings like the blues? Oh, yeah, we need that in there.
So it was the senior year of Gremlins.
Something like that.
Nah. Senior year's an aberration. Senior year's like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, senior year's like an aberration. That was something they made just to make it. Right. But Gremlins 2 was like, that's the thing with sequels. Like, if you don't have a continuity or like a really good plan already scripted out, where are you going with the movie? You can't just do one-offs and expect them to do really well. So in that era, when they were doing sequels, it was like, especially that, it was the original one was like, it was like a Christmas movie, and it wasn't expected to be successful, and it was a huge hit. And so they came out with another one, and they were like, well, they were scrambling because back then it took a lot longer to make a movie, and
right.
Yeah, you can run through the scripting process, but then you cut corners,
right?
Kind of like our current environment. Don't even get me started on Rise of the Skywalker.
Oof,
yeah.
Oof. Shouts out to the Goonies. That's how I'm gonna. Shouts out to the Goonies. Classic movie. My mom that's like my mom's favorite movie. That and Grease. So yeah, but Rise of Skywalker. Go ahead.
What I think happened with Gremlins 2 was they were inspired by Garbage Pail Kids, and they tried to recreate those characters as Gremlins.
Got you.
Yeah.
Damn. Shit. You might be on some.
And by the way, the Garbage Pail Kids movie was not that bad. It was a pretty good movie.
No, it wasn't. That was definitely one of their more like solid movies that I did appreciate. Really anything that I've seen before 2009, I appreciate. Because that's when I started going. Well, I went to school in 2008, but for the first half of that school year, like the winter quarter or semester, I didn't really participate in school at first. I was still slacking off. In my head, I was still on summer vacation. But
yeah, Goonies was a great movie. It really
It-
was. It's
it wa-
a cult classic. It
Definitely.
deserves that title.
Absolutely.
So if you're gonna talk about Goonies and like obscure films from the 80s, does anyone remember watching the movie Daryl?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. The Arrow.
Damn.
Way ahead of its
It was
time.
it was spelled
Way-
it was spelled well, it was an acronym. It was DARYL, and it was something to do with like adult robotic life, like or youth life form or something.
I think that was I dare say that was the first hacker movie ever made. I dare say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it
Damn.
was funny because that movie came out about the same time that the movie, I forget what the title is, but it had to do with a kid that was naturally gifted at video games, and
Mhm.
he could do the video game in no time, split like much faster than anybody else.
That one I'm trying to. My mind is a big database, so I have to,
It had the kid from not Fred Astaire. Is that who it is?
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage. There we
Said
go.
Fred. Damn.
Hmm.
The Savages.
I can't remember.
The
I know
Wizard.
what The Wizard. Okay, The Wizard.
Yeah.
That was not bad. That was okay. I don't remember it that well, so I can't really comment on it.
Right.
But I do remember.
Well, and like somebody in the chat mentioned, Never Ending Story came out, and oh gosh, the other one got pushed out of my head.
Hey, Big T.
Just like really inspiring movies back then.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie, and I don't remember it much, but I'm gonna get myself in trouble again. But no, I'm gonna have to. How do I rephrase this? So there was a movie that this girl I used to talk to. Since this is the past, I could say that.
Right.
She resonated with, and we used to talk about it. But I used to pretend I knew the movie, but I really didn't. And the movie's name was The Last American Virgin. So I remember bits and snippets of it, but I don't remember it as vividly. And that was one of those 80s movies. It was kind of like a coming of age movie as well, but very good movie. I just don't remember it.
Hey, it's
You
like
liked
that
it.
sometimes. It's definitely that happens sometimes. It happened with me, but I mean, I was a little bit under the influence when I saw a Hangover too. Strawberry Cough. I love my strawberries, but shouts out to Issa. But yeah, I was like, man, this is a great movie, but I do not remember it. And there's been a few times where I've had movies, whether it's a comedy, romantic, noir, Italian mob movies, or the whole nine, just be like, man, that was a great movie, but I do not remember. Like, I remember there was a beginning and an end, and that's as far as I remember. Winnie Cooper is a math teacher now. Interesting.
Really? Is she still on TV or?
Stinky got
I
the
saw
inside
something
scoop.
about her recently too.
Hell yeah. I think War Games was the first hacker movie after the.
Maybe it could be Daryl or War Games. War Games I remember as well. That's an older one. I have to figure out what year it came out. I don't know.
Damn.
There was this weird TV movie, made for TV movie in the 80s. I don't know the title of it, so I'm sorry, but I'll explain it to you guys. It was about the premise was about like a Navy fighter, right? and it's kind of like the end of the world almost. So basically, it's almost kind of like what's going on. So I don't really want to talk about political things, but basically, nukes go off, and there's a pilot in the air, and he doesn't know what is happening around him. The world has ended, but he's in the air, and he's flying. There's like 3 people that he's talking to, I guess, communicating with, and they don't even know what's going on. But he's kind of like in the air, and he's trying to figure out what he's gonna do or what decisions he has to make going forward now that the world has ended.
Right.
I forgot the name of the movie. I'm not sure if it's Red Dawn or could be.
I've heard of Red Dawn. I never saw the movie. The Last American Virgin is the first movie.
It really is. It really is. That kind of predates the what was it? The 40-year-old virgin. I think that might be the same type of premise, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of like simp movies that definitely defined its era. He's just not that into you. A few other ones.
So yeah, the movie is Red Dawn.
Okay, it was Red Dawn.
They remade it. They remade it with Chris Hemsworth.
And Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah.
The one where he pays for an
that
abortion.
was a very controversial movie because he did pay for an abortion in the movie. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in that movie.
What's the craziest movie that y'all seen like that was just like, this is way too much for me in one moment, or like way too much going on?
Right.
So I just got this from Germany. It's called Adrenochrome. And it's in German on the back, but basically it has an English soundtrack. The guy is from the United States. He domestically produced it, but then had to publish it in Germany because of the laws. It has some very controversial subjects in it, like cutting up people to eat their organs to absorb their power. And I was like, this basically seems like a modern taking on like what people did back in the savage times.
Right.
So that movie, yeah, I watched it, and there was times where I was like, it took me to my limit and then some.
Okay.
Those Germans are kind of crazy.
Just
crazy Germans.
Right. And it has a great twist ending at the end. I thought I saw the ending, and then it cut to like it cut back. I was like, wait, what?
Dang. What's the name of that again?
Adrenochrome. You can get it on eBay.
Hey.
It's by Trevor Sims. Yeah. I paid like $30 for a Blu-ray copy on eBay.
It's not bad.
No, not bad at all. And that's the cool thing. We're starting to see, like, I'm following some movie reviewers on YouTube, and the big thing I've been seeing is there are some what I call smaller publishing houses that are acquiring rights to older titles, and they're doing the remastering and putting them on a Blu-ray at a like a 3K, 4K rescreen to digital, and it looks really good. So like I even have, so I was too young to experience a lot of the early 90s movies that came out, but Bruce Willis did a film in the early 90s that was the most rented on VHS ever. And it was called The Color of Night, because basically It was rated R, but it should have been NC-17, because there was a scene in it where he's like having this young girl come over, and it's risque. It's very risque. Yeah, it was, and it also had Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap.
Okay, I like him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I don't know if you remember who's the actor that plays the voice of Chucky, right? But you know who I'm talking about. He's in it. Scott Bakula, like I said, a couple other ones, and it was not a box office hit, but it was definitely a VHS rental. Like, it went wild.
It kind of reminds me of like Sin City.
Gave me the Rugrats. Hold on. It's still giving me the Rugrats. No, I don't want the Rugrats. Chuck.
You know what movie is similar to that? 9.5 Weeks.
Oh, I watched that with the family.
Wow.
9.5 weeks. Dang.
Wow.
I haven't seen that one in a minute.
It's like, how do you explain the scene where they're having sex in the subway? Like, it's like, cover your eyes.
What's going on, Mike? We were talking about you earlier. Great to see you, bro. I think it was RXL who was talking about your altered course, your curve inspiration. Y'all make sure y'all check out makingsense.net, and he's running a Memorial Day sale too. So y'all check his stuff out. The man's got an array of percentages off depending on what you end up buying. I don't remember the exact numbers right now, so I'm not gonna throw it out there like that. But definitely, y'all make sure y'all check out Making Sense. A lot of his stuff is really
and kind of befitting. There's a fragrance called King of the 90s that you guys could check out as well. Yep, there you go.
Right there, Fallen Leaf and Cannoli Woods. It's good. Really is good stuff.
I gotta get a hold of that Cannoli Woods myself. I've been passing on it for not passing, but just like I had to go to Georgia and then something else came up and that. So, but I need to get me the Cannoli Woods for sure. What I know what it is, but for the people who don't know, what is Cannoli Woods in terms of scent profile, or what does it remind you of, Robroy?
It reminds me of that green sharp fad of like the late 1990s, early 2000s, where like to be fresh, it was like super sharp, like that, not grassy green, but like a fresh, vibrant green.
Got you.
And it's the impression of two colognes that Joey loved, and you can kind of, if you smell really intensely, you can make out the two individual creative foundations of it, basically. And I like this because I do have a lot of freshies. Like one of my favorite freshies that I consider is YSL L'Homme. And that one is nice for when I need more of an effervescent fresh, but this is like classic late 1990s, early 2010s, young, hip, vibrant, just like ready to take on the world and, basically do whatever you want to do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I have his Sasquatch, which is one half of that. That's great. And I'm not even into that. Sasquatch is Abercrombie and Fitch Woods inspired. So it's like almost, if you think in the realm of a Drakkar Noir, is basically like all within that type of scent profile. But Sasquatch, bang, like that was from the second I got in December. That was and I'm not a big Dracar guy. I actually don't like Dracar because it was what my dad used to wear. And so, you know what I'm saying? Just like scent memory wise, like it was one of those where I was like, nah, let me not associate that with you. Not that I didn't like the scent. Like, again, it's one of those I respect the scent, but because of scent memories, you're going to have to go over there. So, but Sasquatch was something different. From Mike did a great job with that. I never smelt woods, so I can't sit here and say, yo, he did it with that. But I know his Luna Rosa Extreme from Prada, which is called More Than Words, and a few other things that like he's Elixir 4.0 for Dior Sauvage Elixir. Those have been right on the money. So if those were on the money, then I could only imagine that he was on the money with Sasquatch and Laguna 2014, which he did for Carissa initially. She kind of spawned that one and is now a big hit for the ladies. That one apparently is like right there too, and that's another discontinued one. So
which one is that again?
Laguna 2014 is going to be a thing of Hollister Crescent Bay. Inspired by, but it comes off a Watermelon Jolly Rancher, but it's not juvenile. Like I've given it to a lot of older women actually really appreciate it, and they didn't grow up with the scent. It's not like they were like, oh, this was my high school scent. No, they just, oh, I like this. It's light, but it's fruity. It's a little flirty. It's casual, but there's some depth to it because Mike knows how to balance everything out and still make it strong enough to make it worthwhile. And it's at an affordable price all around, no matter which size you're getting. So definitely shouts out to Making Sense. Woods has a nice, more mature nature to it. I see what you did there, Mike. Mature nature. But nah, definitely if you haven't checked out Mike's stuff. And I'm not just saying that because he's part of the family. Like he actually, a lot of people have been trying his stuff lately and been very impressed. So
we got to get a Sour Patch Kids inspired fragrance, Mike. So that's next.
Hey, maybe we was.
Nah, it's next. It's coming. It's on deck.
So. Yeah, I don't just give rosé. What is rosé? I don't just like give out rosé. Like especially when it's your friends, you know, and you try to spread. That's how you spread word of mouth. You know, it's like, hey, try this, or you know, I'll just start walking up to people and just start spraying it, like on the pier in Atlantic City. Be like, shh. You know, some of them may want to fight me afterwards, but they smell good, and I do them a favor. And then they decide to go ahead and buy Mike's stuff afterwards.
So what you're saying is like if somebody smells bad, you're gonna spray them up.
Yeah. Breaking news, everyone.
Already working on it.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Wow, Mike. Thank you. Wow, Mike.
unAVERAGE patch. That's gonna be something, you know, really nice.
Looking forward to that. Even Rudy he likes Sicilian cypress is their Italian cypress, like, and I know Purple Rain, which is lavender fragrance, gets a lot of love. I mean, at the end, pick what you like from a scent profile, and pretty sure like you're going to appreciate that fragrance more than whatever it is that you originally love. Or if you grab one of his originals, then you're gonna love that too. Coconut Bay is another banger, which is just an original creation. So coconut.
So we got a time to musk up cosign. Mr. Miami wasn't by it either. So yeah. Hey, Co-signing.
Yeah. I love Mr. Miami and I love Miami Blue. I have both of those. So, but they're two different scenarios. Mr. Miami Blue's not as sharp or piercing with the citrus. It's a lot
Okay.
more mellow, but both of them like I wore Miami Blue in New York cold and it cut through the New York cold at the event.
Wow. That says
So
a lot because up in the East Coast it's very cold. So if it could cut through that sharp
mhm.
piercing cold weather, that you know it's strong.
How many
Hey,
sprays did you do?
I did 6 sprays just
Oh,
cuz I was
perfect. Yeah.
hesitant. I was hesitant. I mean, I bomb my fragrances, but those are I have the 17 ml or 17.5 mLs of that. The only 30 mLs that I have is a Fallen Leaf and Mr. Miami. But
Mhm.
whatchamacallit. So I'm a little bit less inclined to like fully bomb it with
Mhm.
those 17.5s. I have a lot of them, but even with the 6 sprays, it was more than I mean, people were I went to a AEW wrestling event when they first came here in December. So people were complimenting me when I was walking through. And I mean, that's an arena, so that's again saying something, but
I
hey,
got a quick
Mike.
interruption real quick.
Yeah.
We at the 2 hour mark. So if you
Mm,
haven't already given up that thumbs up, you know
please,
what you gotta do. Don't make us ask for it, right?
please. Come on, y'all. Get the thumbs up. It'll help the algorithm. So this way I could get to 2K. Because once I get to 2K, there will be definitely a 2 hour mark and a pop of the top. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 2K before fall hits. So this way I could do a 24-hour stream plus do some giveaways because I do want to give stuff away as a thank you to just people. So yeah, leave a thumbs up so this way it'll help me be discovered. And shouts out to Mike. Speaking of milestones, Mike recently joined the 1000 club. So shouts out to I Smell. Y'all make sure y'all check his channel out.
And you know, once that 2000 mark hits and that 24-hour stream goes, you know that Robroy is gonna be on there. You know that Maskey is gonna be on there. You know, unAVERAGEJOE is gonna be on there. You know that Rudy's gonna be on there. You know, Making Sense is gonna be on there. So, you know, give it up. Why not?
Right. Enjoy the fun. I mean, look, we don't just have to like stir the pot in order to have some fun. We could do it any which way, which is what makes it the beautiful thing of an unaverage stream about
No, the
nothing.
thing is, Joe, when we stir the pot, we're cooking something good. You know how to cook. I know how to cook. Rob Roy knows how to
Mhm.
cook. We all know how to
Mhm.
cook. So we cook something good. You know, I did a quick video on Instagram. You know, I'll give it up to you, Joe. I took a little inspiration from you. I said, let me make a little
Hell yeah.
cooking video. It went
Hell yeah.
viral, bro.
Oh, snap. I might have to I think clicked it, and if I didn't, I'm gonna go ahead and check that out
It
though.
went viral. Let me see where it's at right now. I'll tell you guys.
Hey, let me know.
Let me
That's
tell you
awesome though.
what it's at. I just released it. I would say 2 or 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Let's see what it's doing.
Also, shouts out to Mike. Definitely thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, Mike. I will. And thank you,
We
Mike
at
and Mike.
5,000 accounts reached.
Oof. Okay.
So let me
Nice.
see if I can bring up the video. Let me see if I can bring it up for you guys.
Yeah.
This
I
is a
mean, definitely.
world premiere. World premiere.
Zigga, zigga, zigga. You know,
Let's see.
Rudy's gonna bring his potato head.
It's a quick little reel too. It's nothing out of this world. Let me see if I could share. All right. No. Let's see what we're doing here.
Shouts out to Sharon. Sharon is Karen.
Sharon is Karen. All right, so here we go.
Stefan, I think we're gonna have our face. If it's good with you, I want to have our face off too during the 24-hour stream. Stefan and I need to settle a little dispute.
Yeah.
Oh, look who shows up just in time.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm down. I'm down, homie.
Oh yeah, we do the mukbang face off then, and we could sell this once and for all. I'll even let you go ahead and pick on what we're gonna eat. Oh, hold up. Let me add this to
Let's do it.
Wait. All right, here we go. What am I doing here? Anyway, you guys just trust me. It went viral.
Hey,
I'm not
gotcha.
gonna play around with Instagram on. Oh, here we go.
Oof. Okay, I did see this earlier.
Yeah, for some reason I can't view the insights on here, but just you guys could trust me
Here, hold on.
when I
I
tell
got
you I got 447 likes on it in less than a couple of hours. So
Shout out.
Hey, hell yeah. Got you in like 3. Oh yeah, no, that definitely popped. Yeah,
it
see
popped.
450.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay. And
You know,
I did like it. So that was the one that I saw earlier. I was like, oh, okay, I see
so
you.
shout out to you for liking it too.
I appreciate that, man. Look, we do support each other around here. You know, I support StefanFragrance. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He did a video earlier today talking about all of Fragcomm and fragrance and everything else in between.
I want all the smoke.
So
Hey.
what's good, Stefan, with Fragcomm?
What's good, man?
What are your thoughts on this interesting?
Oh, I did a video about I guess I was touching on a little bit of the clicks and the fragrance shame. I said, stop the fragrance shame. You guys shaming because it's too cheap, shaming because it's too expensive. Stop the shame. But I mean, it goes out to just life in general. You know, people are gonna hate on you no matter what. So it's just, you know, you gotta Taylor Swift them.
Shake it off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shouts out to Ross. Great to see you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Y'all make sure y'all check out TLTG's reviews channel.
Shout out to TLTG.
Shout out Ross. Yo, Ross was I saw a video from back when I guess they were first doing the Zahara, the Z creators, and my boy Ross was looking a little plump. And I was like, yo, he came a long way. Like, really, he looks way more ripped, and he just continues to grind, and that's very respectable, man.
Absolutely.
So shouts out to that.
Absolutely, I am proud of him for doing that. It's not easy work. Trust me, I've done it myself, and then I'm gonna have to do it once I come back from this surgery. But
you know what's so funny, Stefan, though, that you mentioned this click stuff, like. We were, before you came on, we were talking about movies and different genres and movies. Like, I wouldn't make fun of someone that likes comedies and that's the only genre that they like. And I wouldn't make fun of someone who likes romantic comedies, even though I feel it's kind of funny that that's all you like. But hey, I wouldn't make fun of you for that. But in fragrances, we make fun of people for the fragrances that they like. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think the fragrances, since it can be a very nostalgic thing. Like Joe was saying with his scent memory of his dad too. It's like, yo, it's like I don't even you don't even gravitate to that because it brings up certain memories, you know, whether they're bad or good ones. It's like it taps into like who you are, I feel like. And people, they get very sensitive about it. I think it's like, yo, why are you knocking like what I like? I like this for a certain reason. People feel like they have to, I don't know. It's like taps to the core of people. People feel like they have to fight for it. It's crazy, but it is interesting.
Yeah, I like the way my dog's farts smell, but I'm not gonna argue with anyone if they don't like how my dog, you know, the BO that my dog emits, you know.
Hell yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it just goes back to tribalism. You know, everybody thinks that their tribe is better than everybody else's, and it's like there's enough space in this world to coexist. You know, within your tribe, you can have 1 through 10 or whatever, however many lists you need to make yourself feel important. But at the end of the day, it's like what you value is unique to you, and they may be shared for other people, but if they aren't, then that's okay too.
Right.
Wow. That was perfect.
Yeah, man. I think what's crazy is some of the best tastemakers and curators of style and music, they share from different genres, you know? It's like you take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that, and you don't close your mind off to just one thing. It's kind of like yeah, it's nice to be very diverse like that. But yeah, there's so many groups, so many tribes now, like popping up everywhere.
The way I kind of look at it, though. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rob.
The question of the day is it Dr. Dre or Snoop Lion?
Dre Day for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, without Dre Day or without Dr. Dre, there's no Snoop Lion.
I saw this. I didn't see the whole entire movie, but there's like a documentary about Snoop Lion, and he went to Jamaica, and he was almost in tears. Like he didn't like some of the people didn't show him love, and he didn't expect that. You know?
Hell yeah. You know what? I'm picking Pharrell. I'm probably picking Pharrell or Timbaland. I don't know. I have to decide.
I'd probably you have to pick Timbaland over Pharrell. I mean, that is such a tough one.
I'm surprised you guys didn't mention Yeezy.
That's right. I was gonna mention him though. Yeah.
I do like Ye, but not more than like Timbaland and Pharrell are like icon, you know, and Ye is an icon too, but it's like a different type of tier of icon, you know what I mean? Like it's just dang.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Well, it's a tough.
So Rob, yeah, pressure's on. What do you pick?
Oh, I was just trying to riff off. You know, everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and like how easy it is for people to kind of take offense to like, oh, you don't like Snoop Lion. Well, what's wrong with you? It's like,
right,
Dr. Dre's. That's not the right one. People just get too passionate about like their certain core beliefs. It's like you want to have opinions, but not tightly held.
Right. That's
yeah, there are a lot of you know what? It's funny because I see a lot of times with sports too. It's like, and it goes with fragrances. It's like they should have passed the ball, man, at 4.5 seconds. What the hell's wrong with them? It's like, bruh, you're overweight on the sofa watching the game. It's like, come on now. And then I get it. There are people who are better at coaching. but it's just kind of funny. It's kind of silly when it's like you don't even really do it. Like I'd much rather take merit to what Mikey, from Making Sense, tells me about like his analysis than just someone who's like into it and like just likes it for whatever, because he's like actually in there, creating and taste making. So it's a different level.
Right. Yeah, it's always different when you get your own hands on it more than just having like some sort of just creative direction or maybe a little bit of a tweak, but nothing overall,
Shout out
Joe,
to
is it
Aaron
okay
Terrence
that I
Hughes
share
too.
a video?
What's up, Mass Man?
Is it okay for me to share a video?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it'll be copyright or anything like that. It's from Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, nah, that might get flagged, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, basically, Charlie Murphy, he was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about Johnny Gill. I'm not sure if you guys know who he is. He's like an R&B singer.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking smack of how he would be able to beat Oscar De La Hoya in a fight.
I remember that.
And it's just hilarious the way that Charlie Murphy kind of broke him down. He was like, dude, you're a crooner. You sing R&B. How are you going to be able to fight Oscar De La Hoya? He's a professional fighter. What are you talking about?
It's just crazy how that is. I was watching First Take the other day, and I saw Keyshawn Johnson, who's a former wide receiver, Super Bowl winning wide receiver, but he played for like the Jets and everything, and he's on ESPN. And then he went against this guy named Jay Williams, who's like a former like collegiate. He was the number 2 overall draft pick in the NBA. Like, granted, he didn't like become Kobe or nothing, but he's still like Jay Williams. And it's like, bro, like you're a football player. What are you doing trying to play basketball? And he got crossed up. He got his ankles broken by Jay Williams off of a simple like move. And it's just like, why do people think that they can like always challenge, somebody else? I mean, it's like that way too with like fragrances, and they try to make it personal. It's like, bro, just like relax, you know what I mean? Like, you've been in this, like everyone's journey is different. You've only been doing this for 2 years, and that's not to say you don't know what you're talking about, but at the same time, you can't discredit me because I've been in it for long. You know what I mean? Like it's just always a weird situation.
No, man. Yeah, I always go.
Lighter scales.
If I know that Joe has a well of knowledge when it comes to like fragrances that came up in the early 2000s and up till now. So I know it's like, yo, I'm gonna ask him about what he thinks, because he's got a little more, because I've only been in it like probably 3 years now, but yeah, you can always learn more.
Hell yeah.
So by the way, my pick would be DJ Premier.
Yo,
DJ Premier. Okay.
That's cool.
And then I'm just gonna show another nostalgic fragrance right here.
Oh yeah. Japor, is this the EDP or?
This one is the EDT Eau de Toilette. Okay. And it's fantastic.
Is your overall, or is it just like one of your favorites?
This is like when you talk about like holy grails. This is a holy grail.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Especially if you like powdery scents. Unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Powdery, yeah.
Hell yeah. Robroy, how you feel about that? Japor.
I think that's amazing. I love it that you have your own piece of history right there. It's so funny because it almost looks similar to what I was about to bust out, the Calvin Klein Eternity.
Yeah.
For me, every time I spray it on, it takes me right back to when this launched, and I was like, that's the power of fragrances. They can take you back and bring the past into the present. And so that's why I love fragrances. I mean, it absolutely like blows my mind. Some people can be so nonchalant about fragrances.
Mhm.
And then there are some that are, you know, that's their life. That's what they do 24/7 is fragrances. So I'm just glad that I was able to find that community on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Because I think that people that smell good feel good, and people that feel good usually have a good vibe. And those are the kind of people that I like hanging out with.
Absolutely. And that's what I try to do here. You know, I get along with a lot of people, and sometimes people don't get along with everybody else, but that's okay because at the end of the day, it's my journey. Just like you have your journey, Massman has his journey, Stefan has his journey, and TLTG Reviews has his own journey. So shouts out to Voss for being a part of that journey with me at the 699 for the 69. Out of respect, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, bro. But nah, I mean everybody like has their own journey. They start and it's almost like, you know, like a road. Like everyone kind of goes a different way, right? Some are shorter than others, some are longer than others. Some you may find like complex and over the river and through the woods. But ultimately you get to grandmother's house the same way, no matter which way it is, you know, and that's just I don't know. I just feel like people shouldn't put as much weight these days, especially like the whole niche and designer snobs, because it happens on both sides. People just should be more, show more camaraderie and not just, you know, slight people because, oh, you like this or oh, you like that. Like people will talk about Mass Man for liking Boucheron, right? Oh, you like Boucheron? Why don't you like this like $10,000 fragrance or you know something like that instead of Boucheron? And then it will be the other way around. Oh, why would you spend $10,000? Just get the Boucheron. Like everyone's gonna have their own taste.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I
That's what's cool.
definitely,
That's what's cool.
I definitely am looking forward to that special day when I have just
So I just want to send a quick shout out to Sandra and Yvonne, and that is what they like.
I got you in a second, Steph. Hell
All right,
yeah.
go back. Yep.
Oh,
okay.
damn.
Stefan.
I ain't seen that one in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
I love this one, man. Real good. I'm gonna spray it on.
I'm gonna see if I could. I'm gonna actually look up for a bottle of that. You know, I didn't like. I mean, it's not a groundbreaking scent by any means. Like you're not gonna stop time, but that was very. I like that one over Dolce and Gabbana, the one gray. I definitely. I'll take that over the one gray that was released in 2018. And shouts out to Jeremy.
Shout out Jeremy. It reminds me of Jean-Paul Gaultier, the Parfum, I think, the one in the glass bottle. So it reminds me of that. Real classy. But yeah. Hey, I gotta go, guys. But it was cool talking with you. I'll hop back if that's still on.
Great stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Peace.
Hey. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was StefanFragrance. And like I said, there will be a mukbang face-off because technically I have his title right now for Mukbang King. So so that will be resolved on my 2K stream. And I'm even nice enough that I'll let him, even though it's my house, I'll let him pick because he is the former champ. So it's only fair that I let him pick on what we're going to do. So again, that's just more incentive. We found out today that Mikey is going to be entering in the giveaways. So he'll be giving away 4 17 mLs, one to 4 different people. So again, I'm trying to tell you, like I do this because I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for almost 10 years.
So what's the countdown for the 2K?
Countdown right now. I'm at 17. Let me do a live countdown. 1785 was
Rudy, you
1785
had
is
to
my
give us wait, 1 second. Rudy, you had to give us the play-by-play, bro. You
yeah
know, round by
yeah
round. That's what
round
I've
by
been wanting to tell you that. You got to tell us the round by round.
yeah. Let us know. Keep us updated, Rudy, please, because I'm interested in doing that. Shouts out to Ron. Good night. Paid $10,000 for your Boucheron. Hey,
Oh,
yeesh.
okay. Yeah, that's right. He's absolutely correct. The thing is, like, prices fluctuate. So a fragrance like Boucheron was through the roof back then. Mr. Cannoli Woods, what's going on?
What's going on? Y'all make
A fragrance like Boucheron was through the roof back in the day.
mm-hmm.
And now it's you can get it for the low, as they say.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Boucheron used to be of kind of like niche price. What you would pay for a niche is what you would pay for a Boucheron.
Got you. Okay. That's crazy how like times have changed like that.
It's really crazy.
Ross, good night. Take care. Yes, AEW Double or Nothing is tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Rudy out the door. I am Joey Cannoli. Y'all make sure y'all check the man's channel out. He is bringing you so much entertainment content. He is in the woods right now as we speak. The Cannoli Woods, even like the fragrance that Robroy was holding up earlier. But great to see you, bro. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Y'all drop a 69 for those who are still here one time.
So
for
we
my
see
bro.
if you have internet reception, why don't you like show us how to make some campfire woods out there, you know? Start a fire for us.
Hey,
Campfire.
Yeah, I was about to say there's multiple ways to start a fire. Possibly.
No.
So.
You know what I mean, though. The real shit, not the internet shit.
Right. No I'm messing. Shouts out to all of the 69 love, because at the end of the day, the Cannoli Mafia is a family.
I was kind of thinking about this, and maybe I'm incorrect, but like the 69, isn't that like if you were throwing a peace sign, or you know, like that exactly.
Exactly. That's just the way to be like, hey, we're here, you know.
Exactly.
Definitely, you know.
And you know that the 69 is like two fishes, though.
Two fishes, Pisces, if you will.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Pisces. Shouts out to Manny J. I don't know if I think I saw you earlier, but 69 G internet speed. Oh man, that's wild. But
Rudy, we asked for that round by round, man. So what's going on? The entrance happened already, or
nah? He said they ain't even start yet. He was saying goodbye because he thought we were signing off.
Oh, I see.
But no, I was saying good night because everybody else started to sign off. Damn, I ain't know it.
So the lightweights left and the heavyweights stood. Or
yeah,
the middleweights, I guess, in Tank Davis. So
yeah, absolutely, all the middleweights.
My bad.
Well, it's midnight on the East Coast, right?
It is. Huh? It just turned 12:02 on the East Coast.
So now it's unAVERAGEJOE after dark.
You know, premium time, premium entertainment. You sent who? Sent me or sent? I mean, I can't watch it. I'm not like some people. I'm not gonna sit here and watch like one stream while I end up hosting my own stream. So I'm not sure.
Well, since the statute of limitations is kind of over on this, I used to do the DirecTV cards. I used to do that. So I'm not. You're not familiar with it. It seems like with DirecTV, there was a way to kind of hack into the card and basically open it up so that you will be able to get everything. So DirecTV, thank you for that. Shout outs to you.
Hey.
Shout outs to DirecTV.
Oh damn.
And you used to get
Can you-
everything on that.
Can you still get analog satellite signals now?
You can't. That's the whole thing. I guess you know about that, Rob Boy.
Yeah, because that was something that I heard was DirecTV and Dish's streams were encrypted, so you had to have the card.
Yes.
But because they switched to digital so they could gram more in, it basically left like the analog channels on satellites unencrypted, and you could see some interesting things on there. But they probably reassigned the space for analog satellite to the digital.
They got rid of all that. They kind of upgraded everything. So those were the good old days. So that's why I said the statues of limitations have already been.
That reminded me of a Netflix. It's so funny when you were talking about that satellite internet. That reminded me of a really good Netflix show I watched recently. Gosh, I'm bringing it up right now. The Naked Director on Netflix. Have you seen it? It's good. It's really good. It's, it's about a certain topic, but I really enjoyed it. With the subtitles, of course, because the English dub was just, I watched it for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I was like, no. English with subtitles. Or Japanese with subtitles.
Where does it originate from?
It's about basically this guy that opened up a bunch of adult bookstores in Japan.
Okay.
And created his own empire of adult videos. But the story, what resonated for me was, you can have such a skill at something like sales, but if you don't keep that humility in check, then you can all of a sudden see yourself with unlimited potential and go a little bit too crazy with it and lose it all in a second. And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing more and more you gotta be choosier with your friends and keep your associates at bay, because not everyone deserves to be in your inner circle. Because we all have our own path and journey to success, and who we take on with us on that path determines whether we're going to be surrounded with people that have our back or people that are going to try and take and steal what we have. So with that in mind, I'm probably going to sign off real soon here. It's been a pleasure, Joe.
Well, I think though what you said is very poignant, but because it also has to do with if you could do something to make yourself better at the cost of making someone, I guess, that you respect worse, then you don't do that. You make your you pick your as they say, pick your battles wisely.
Exactly.
Wise words, Masky. Or what was it? Masked Man Reviewers?
Masked Man.
Thank you. Yes.
I will definitely check that out. It's been a pleasure streaming with you guys. And,
likewise, bro.
Looking forward to you hitting 2K, Joe, and then that 24-hour stream. It's going to be good. It's just something in the air this year. I don't know what it is. It's like, if you're out on the racetrack and you smell a delicious aroma, crispy aroma in the air, it's a little bit of a shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby.
Ooh.
Shake and bake.
Absolutely.
All right. Catch you later, Joe. Catch you later.
Later,
everyone. Well, later, Robroy.
So, Rudy, that used to be me doing those big fights and all that. I used to be able to. I was the hookup at one point.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is, as they say.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah.
Uh hey, I appreciate that, Mike. Seriously, I appreciate that. And Jeremy's 40 away from 1500. Hell yeah. Keep grinding, bro. Your content. Everyone here, like I support everyone here I watch that all their stuff really is good. And like I don't just say people's stuff is good if I don't watch it. So if y'all haven't yet, y'all make sure y'all check out people like Masked Man, like I Smell, like House of Colossus, like Rudy, Time to Musk Up. Even though Making Sense doesn't do as many videos, he definitely makes the fragrances. And the man is like the busiest man in all of Fragcomm, really. So y'all make sure y'all check his stuff out too. But Masked Man, yo, it's been a pleasure, bro. They it's definitely a good time, especially if I have to go meet Dry Down Lowdown tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
have
meet him tomorrow?
possibly it's
Okay.
in the works, so I'm gonna see what do what I can because he's in New York, so see
Is
if we
that gonna
can.
be a live stream or?
Not sure yet. It depends on kind of what happens or what brings of it. It can be because I know how to stream with my phone on
Okay.
StreamYard, but nah, I mean, listen, like I've said it once, I'll say it again. You are always welcome on my channel anytime you see that link and you want to come on, you got something to say, you're always welcome, bro. You know that. This was a hell of a conversation between the fragrances, the music, the movies, like everything in general. It's been awesome between you, Robroy, Stefan came on, and
I
yeah,
was glad we were able to add on to such a great unaverage conversation, and we got to keep it going. Like we said, that 2K mark is coming, so you're gonna see me, you're gonna see Joe, you're gonna see uh, Rob Roy, you're gonna see
mhm.
everybody, Joey, you're gonna see House of Colossus, you're gonna see Times of Muscat. Everybody's gonna be on it, so it's gonna be a big party. All right, guys.
Absolutely. Y'all make sure that y'all take care. And I do want to give a shout out to those who did take the time to super chat. I don't force your hand, but when you do super chat, I give you an extra shout out. So shouts out to HB, Anuj, George Zaharf. I appreciate you. And of course, Jacob also. You guys were awesome. The chat live. Thank you for leaving the likes. And let me know in the comments down below what fragrances give you nostalgia. I'm not going to necessarily tag somebody, but shouts out to Tyler over at Simply Fragrance Studios. And what movies give you nostalgia? I hope you all appreciated this stream. Again, it just something quick and light, so this way it gave you a little bit of entertainment during your Memorial Day weekend.
No
And shouts
pressure,
out
Joe, but we at the 2:37. You think we can make it to the 3
3.
hour mark? I
Yeah,
think
we
we
could make
can,
it to the
man.
3. Yeah, we could make it to the
Let's
3. Come
make it,
on.
man.
We are come on. I am a part of the Cannoli Mafia. We are like the kings and queens of improvising on the go and just making the stream continue to rock. Um so with all of that being said, Massman, what are some of your favorite things to do? You like really celebrate or partake in a Memorial Day weekend? What are like some of your go-tos for like Memorial Day weekend?
You know
Barbecues,
what?
beach.
This year is kind of like a weird year for me because we're kind of out of. I'm not. I don't even want to misspeak, man. But we're out
Hmm.
of the bad times that we were in
Right.
in 2020, right? And in
Hmm.
2021 for some part of it. So, people are a little less. I guess people are more inhibited or less inhibited, right? At
Right.
these times. So, but myself, I'm still like I've said this before. Although I'm very um, open in a lot of things in my way of thinking. I'm kind of conservative, so I
Got
don't
you.
want to risk something that unnecessarily.
Mm-hmm.
So I may do a little barbecuing and things like that. Keep it with the family, which is things that I would normally do anyway.
Got you.
Fragrance wise, I kind of like leaning towards maybe a citrus fragrance for the holidays.
Mm,
Maybe something a little bit with the bay leaf. I like bay leaf a lot,
okay.
so we might go with the bay leaf for the holiday weekend. But yeah, just enjoying the family and things like that. But there's a lot of work to be done, so still have to work during these times anyway.
Right. Absolutely. And all those who work, all those who served, just thank you. Because also, too, a lot of these businesses stay open. People forget that. I mean, there are still restaurants that stay open during that time and just everything. I mean, I haven't in the last couple of years, but my usual go-to is to go to some sort of body of water, whether it's now a beach because I'm back in New York, back in Georgia. When I was in Atlanta, we used to do a Lake Lanier, and maybe like bunch of us would put in to like rent a boat, and we would get the fruit, add tequila to the fruit, so this way it would be spiked, like spiked watermelon situation, and then almost take the fruit juice now with the tequila, and just get Publix or like whatever the supermarket
Mhm.
chicken wings are. Get a couple of
Mhm.
those. This way we had like food on the boat. Um, that was always a go-to for that, or like I said, a beach. But the beach is hotter. There's sand involved, and it just kind of messes with you a little bit more. And um but the last couple of years, barbecues, I like barbecue. Barbecues are classic, barbecues are like anytime, any place. You really don't need a holiday of any sorts to do a barbecue. You could, hey, it's Tuesday, you know what, I want some meat, let's go ahead and throw something on the grill. Pause, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Well, the thing is, there's no need for the pause because we kind of comfortable. But
right.
I think that you touched on a good point. So I want to shout out anyone who served in any
Mhm.
capacity. So that could be you were a cook in the military. The paperwork doesn't matter what you did. You served, and even if you
Mhm.
serve at a restaurant, that's still a very important job. You're serving people. So shout out to you. Anyone who serves is a good thing because right now we're serving our audience, right? So
Absolutely.
we serving you guys. So
Mm.
that's what it's all about. It's about serving people.
Hell yeah, you got served.
We
Underrated movie.
all got served.
Hey, little bit of dancing in the mix, be like,
Yeah,
Fragrance talk.
you got served. Who was in that? That was with
That
the
was B2K, Omarion and
B2K.
Marcus Houston, Go Home Roger.
Do you know those guys or?
Not literally. In my mind,
They from Cali though, right? That's
yeah, they're like Cali and all over. Mikey Bizzle for shizzle. Thank you. Oh, that's Mike. Okay.
all
That
right.
that's I smell. I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, nah. I honestly just growing up with Sister and then seeing Roger, Go Home Roger, it's almost like I know them, but nah, I don't know them personally.
Yeah, that was a very underrated show, and for a lot of people that say that they haven't watched it, that's they're lying. Man, you watch Sister. Come on, stop it.
Eh, right.
Stop it.
All of those shows back in the day, Sister, a little bit of Boy Meets World. But what else was there back then? Even Smart Guy. Smart Guy was another underrated one that had their brother. But there were so many shows. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Like there were
Yes.
so many. Like even if it was just that you were watching it to be like, yo, what the hell is like a talking cat? What is going on? Like you watched a couple of episodes just to be like, so this cat is just gonna talk every episode, type of situation. But some Family Matters, man.
Family Matters was very good. That's not an
Mhm.
underrated show. That was one of that was a classic.
It
And
was.
everybody knows Urkel's and did I do that?
Did I do that? Dang. I remember they used to compare Carl to Uncle Phil. And I think that's why it ends up being almost underrated, because if you're comparing Carl Winslow to Uncle Phil, yeah, unfortunately, Uncle Phil that's Uncle Phil. Rest in peace to James Avery. But
Who was out first though? That's the question. I don't know.
Fresh Prince was 89. I think Family Matters was like 92.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought Family Matters was first.
Oh, September 22nd, 1989 is Family Matters. Fresh Prince, Bel Air, not the 2022. September 10th, 1990. Okay, so you're right. Good call.
Buddy.
Good call.
Yeah, buddy. Family Matters. I remember. I can't sing the song, but because I don't remember it. But if not, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Family Matters was a good show, guys.
I remember the song. Hell yeah. And then I remember the chorus in the background.
Yeah.
It's a bigger love for the family. Hey. Somebody should do a Family Matters, but for the Cannoli Mafia. That that intro type of situation.
That could be a highlight reel or something.
Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna be on it because we came up with it.
I'm actually gonna make that one of the timestamps now, so this way they don't try to. That was 2:46:45. Hell yeah!
That Family Matters theme song was great. It wasn't
that
good,
was.
it was great.
That was such a good show. I mean, there were even Step by Step, there were so many good shows back in the 80s and 90s, and now everything is again adding drama. Everything needs to be a reality show.
I'm gonna be very vague, or not vague, but I'm gonna tell you guys, give you guys some hints, and then you guys will be able to tell me what show I'm talking about. There were two cousins, right? Two cousins. Okay, we got it? Two cousins. One was from the Balkans. One was from Chicago. One was a sports writer. The other guy, he was a goat herder. What show am I talking about?
Two cousins.
Oh!
I'm gonna be mad if I actually know, remember the title, and I'm just blanking on what it is. Oh man, hold on. Joey's saying.
If you guys give up,
appreciate that, Joey.
I'll tell you the title.
I'm gonna give them a few seconds only because I know they're on a 10 to 15 to 30-second delay.
And I'll repeat it if you.
Perfect Strangers.
Yep.
Fragrance Fight Night just edged out RXL.
You got it. Yep. RXL.
Literally.
Yep.
Literally by 1
Perfect
minute.
Strangers. That's it.
Hey, have a good night, Joey.
Good night. Good night.
Much love, bro. Perfect cannolis. I need a cannoli again. It's been a minute. I haven't had one in 6 weeks. But
you know what I really like though? You have you ever been to like an Italian bakery? And they have those sugar cookies with the sprinkles, and then the ones with the cherry in the middle.
Yeah, I grew up on them. Get the whole assortment.
Then the cannoli. I don't like regular cannolis, but I like the cannolis with the little chocolate chips.
Yes. No, that's chocolate dip with the chocolate chip. Absolutely.
Oh man.
That's my go-to of choice. I mean, I don't mind a pistachio. Like if I'm at an event or something and they only have the cannolis with pistachios, then cool. But chocolate dipped chocolate chip. Hey, we got guests, a new one. Shouts out to Sancho. Hey, yo, what up? What y'all drinking?
Salud.
Hey,
Salud.
salud.
To the Cannoli Mafia. Have a nice night, boys.
Hey, you
All
too,
right.
bro. Shouts out to Sancho.
Shout out to Sancho, and I believe he had somebody else with him.
He did. I have no
That
idea.
was
who
Duncan,
it
right?
was. It looked like Duncan, but I don't think it was Duncan.
That was Duncan.
Oh, damn. Shouts out to Duncan then. If Duncan was there, I ain't even recognize you because he like was moving the phone too fast. I was like, wait.
I didn't recognize him. It might have been Duncan. It might have been somebody else that had a beard like that.
Ever go to Rocco's in New York? I have not yet.
You know, Rocco's was the spot. Rocco's
Oh
was
shit,
the
it
spot.
was Dunk. Okay. Rocco's. See,
Yeah,
where's Rocco's?
I used to be on 4 Hamilton Parkway.
Okay.
That was nice. Rocco's was good.
Hell
They
yeah.
had this really good bakery on 18th Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 18th Avenue or New Utrecht? I don't know. I haven't been in New York for a while. But that was a really good bakery. But Rocco's was, Rocco's. Shout out to Rocco's.
Hey.
So Rocco, the owner, he used to have a couple of muscle cars too, but I don't know what happened to him.
Damn.
Like, he had like a couple of old muscle cars as well. He used to participate in some of the shows. So Rocco, if you're listening, shout out to you. And he used to rock, I think it was Obsession he used to have. He used to rock that a lot.
Such a classic fragrance.
Mhm.
All of them are, really. Like all the Calvins. Older Calvins.
Yes.
classic.
You know, Rudy's on the stream, and I've been very interested in rocking the Obsession Parfum, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. But if I ever pull the trigger on Obsession Parfums, I'll give credit to Tonto Muscat for that.
Hey, absolutely. The PhD of EDP, as I like to call him.
You know, it was a good scent, but I'm kind of, I'm still that stubborn dude that can't rock a woman's fragrance. But if I ever was to rock a woman's fragrance, it would be Obsession EDP.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
rock some unisex fragrances, but
right.
And even the fragrance that I did, the Donna Karan, the Cashmere Mist, I did that for the girlfriend, but
Pat.
Would I rock it? Nah.
I think the only female fragrance, and technically you can't say it's female just because of the brand, but would be Forbidden Games from by Killian. That was a fruity floral peach vanilla fragrance with jasmine and musk. And that was from in 2015. I was wearing that fragrance like all summer. And it got me compliments, but I guess the girls thought like I had taken my girl's shampoo and body wash and just like used it on myself, it was like, oh, you must have spent the night somewhere. I had a few of those comments like
Yeah, I gotta admit, I wouldn't like. I rock some of the female fragrances, but like if I'm in a spot where I'm not, like if I'm spending the night and I'm gonna throw something on, and I don't have what I, normally accustomed to having, then yeah, I might throw something on and I'll get that kind of compliment too. But I can relate to that, Joe.
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nah, that was, I mean, I remember specifically, it was me and the boys. He lived next to the club, like literally next to the club, and next to Applebee's. So how it used to work was I would go over Saturday night, we would go to the club, I would crash at his place, and then the next night, mostly because I was drunk, and then the next night or the next day I was sober up in time, like noon, to walk across the street to the Applebee's, get like one of their like chicken macaroni bowls or chicken tenders, whatever. I alternated, and then I would talk to this bartender because that was my thing, and I was trying to talk to her. And one of the days I only had that fragrance on with me. It was in the travel size, and I sprayed it, and then I walked in, and like I was trying to hit on her, and then she's like, "Well, I don't understand why you're trying to hit on me. Your girlfriend's gonna be mad." And I'm like, "I don't have a girlfriend." And then it was like, "Well, then why you smell like you just left your girlfriend's house?" And like she did it in a flirty way, but then I was like, that's really when reality set in for me, and it was like, okay. And she was like, "No, it smells great."
So my comeback right there would have been like, if I have a girlfriend, does that change how you feel about anything?
Exactly.
Yo, so I want to ask you a question. Being that you were in Atlanta during that kind of like that peak hip hop era, what was it like for you being out there during that time, man?
It
It must
was
have been crazy.
it was, and unfortunately, like there was part of me that like I missed like super peak. I came in like peak that was starting to go down, but I think for me, and I was actually starting to do like music videos at the time. So it's kind of blurred because if like I'm this 18-year-old kid, well, 18-year-old, thrusted into being able to go into like all these 21 and up places where usually I shouldn't be allowed, but because I have a camera and I'm with a crew of sorts, like I'm being allowed in. And everyone just like, that's where like the initial clout era kind of began. And like just looking back on it now, where everyone was like, a lot of people doing it just for clout. Like it's like, yeah, I rented this chain because I knew I was going out, or yeah, I rented this car. You know what I mean? Like that was the first signs of it. Like it stopped becoming a thing of, yeah, I own this car, to be like, yeah, I rented this, or yeah, this is my boy's thing. This ain't even mine, but I got it to look good. Also, shouts out to Ronnie. I see you, bro. Great choice. I think for me, the biggest thing about the hip hop scene then is that it was nobody got judged. Everyone was actually having a good time. Everybody, like, they'll be like, "Oh, why are you dancing weird like that?" Or "Why are you doing this?" It's kind of like, it's a little bit like what it is over here with like the whole Cannoli family, like just the Cannoli mafia of like, "Oh, y'all are like weird out there." And it's like, we're not weird. We're just relaxing. Everybody's different. Everybody's doing their own thing, and we're all like accepting. You know what I mean? Like, come on, lean with it, rock with it. Like, what is this? You almost look, like what is going on there? Or the Laffy Taffy, all the different dances like that. I mean, it was a time where acceptance was a lot more about Southern hospitality, if you will. It was a lot more accepted to be unAVERAGE.
Well, it kind of sounds like, from what you're telling me, like, although there was a lot of materialism out there, that really wasn't the focus, and people really didn't even care whether or not your chain was rented or your car was someone else's car, your boy's car. It was more about that moment. That's why I asked you, like, what was it like being in that peak moment? Like, you know?
Yeah, it was a time to really just celebrate. It's like, hey, I'm here, you're here, we're all here. Let's just party, let's drink, let's relax, let's listen to music, let's create our own dance, let's get creative in the booth. You know, that many sessions. I sat down on many sessions. I was in different radio stations, 1079, Hot 1079, which is a major radio station in Atlanta. It was definitely times where there really wasn't drama. I mean, yes, there was drama everywhere. There's drama, but the initial focus was just, hey, let's have some fun. Let's just wild out. Let's do whatever and not worry about being judged or who did what.
Yeah, that's super important. Like, not to lose focus of that, because really that's what we're here to do, is just to have fun, right? We have to enjoy our lives. We can't just be uptight about everything.
Exactly. And maybe that should be taken into account for Fragcomm as a whole too. Not saying that happens here, but few people should maybe relax a little bit and not, don't be afraid to dance. Like, whatever way you're dancing, just get out there, do it, dance, twerk. I mean, I saw Juan from Fat Boy Fragrances twerking this time last week on his channel. And I
Let me
mean,
see
hey,
you twerk.
twerk. You know what I'm saying? So a TikTok, there's a company that lets you rent sneakers. Yes, exactly. There is an actual company that lets you rent, like, all those, like, Jordans and Yeezys and all those higher end sneakers. You could get them rented. Absolutely. But it's all different. It's different times. But that's why you need to just appreciate the memories that you make and the times that you do have, because at the end of the day, it's now or never. So no need to, like, tear people down. Just build with them, and the time will be so much more fun.
Absolutely. And Joe, we hit that. We way past the 3 hour mark at this point. So
Hey, absolutely. And I just wanted to show that, like, it could be done. And yes, we can improvise off the cuff and just have a good time, because that's what it's about, is us having a good time. Mass Man, I appreciate you. Chat, I appreciate all you. Ronnie, I know you just showed up, but I appreciate you too. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below some of your most nostalgic fragrances or movies or music, your times, your food. I don't care. Just leave a comment, leave a like. I appreciate you. Or they change you by the step. Destroy your sneakers. Oh, they charge you by the step. Destroy the sneakers, and you pay double the value, probably, which is why that's gonna be tough to rent. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are you a sneakerhead? I'm a sneakerhead. So
let me say something real quick. For a
yeah.
stream that really was about nothing, it really was about something, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
It was about a lot of things.
I know that flipped it on its head. And so that's the unAVERAGE lingo, if you will. An unAVERAGE stream
So
about
next
nothing,
time
but
you see that topic, don't sleep on it. It's not about nothing. It's about something.
always lots of morals, lots of values, lots of good time with great people that I greatly appreciate and I'm happy to know. And you're all welcome. anytime. The link is always there.
You're
Anyone
all
can-
welcome.
You're welcome.
And you know what? R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta, the legend. Rest in peace to the veterans who have passed on this Memorial Day weekend. And yeah, like I said, I will see you all probably next week at this point, but there will be some solo video, pre-recorded videos that will be dropping. I appreciate you all. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
And shout out to Fred and Stranger Things.
Rest up, peeps.